Marcus Lawrence was out there in coverage, helped knock that ball up in the air. And fortunately for Washington, it lands harmlessly out of bounds.
Yeah, Bates did a nice job after it got tipped in the air. He just tried to knock it down, did not want a chance an interception.
2nd down and 10. Daniels in the shotgun, Krosky Mara to his left, 2 receivers left and right, Deebo Samuel in the right slot, Zach Ertz in the left slot. Samuel goes in motion to the left. Here's the snap. Daniels, quick pass, left side, caught by Samuel, along the numbers, takes a shot, and dives out to about the 44-yard line. There's a penalty flag on the field, and this is going to go against Washington. Bill Vinovich is our referee tonight.
Yeah, I believe that's going to be an illegal block.
Personal foul, blindside block, offense number 63. 15-yard penalty, repeat 2nd down.
That'll go against Tyler Biotish, the center.
Boy, it looked like he was going straight down the line. That was kind of an iffy call to me. I'm not really sure about that one. I know they're stopping the blindside blocks, but they were both running the same direction, and Biotish was running down the line.
Well, I'm with you, Mike. He blocked Uchenna Nwosu, but it certainly seemed like they were right on that same line.
Yeah, I don't know about that one at all.
So that's going to move the ball all the way back to the 26. Daniels will line up in the shotgun. He's got McNichols to his right. Trips left, single man to the right. Here's the snap. Daniels back to pass. Sets his feet, looking, under pressure, rolling to his right. He's going to tuck it and run again. And Daniels hops out of bounds on the near sideline up around the 30-yard line. Run out of bounds by Leonard Williams. So Washington, at least early, wants no part of this Seattle run defense. It has been nothing but pass plays, but a lot of activity for Jaden Daniels scrambling.
There's been great coverage down the field. It's what happens when Terry McLaurin's not in the game. You really have to try and just shut down Deebo Samuel, and it's putting Jaden Daniels on the run, who can run, but he hasn't gotten any really room to run yet.
Well, now it's 3rd down and forever. This will be 3rd down and 21. Daniels in the shotgun, trips left, 2 receivers to the right. Daniels goes to a hard count. Seattle does not jump. Daniels waits, gets the snap. He's back to pass. Daniels looking, throws over the middle. That's caught by Ertz, but he's tackled immediately by Devin Witherspoon right around the 40-yard line. That's well shy of the 1st down, and that'll bring out Tress Way and the punt team.
Yeah, you had a feeling when that penalty hit and it became 2nd and 3rd and forever that they were going to struggle to get the ball downfield. The coverage has been fantastic in this first drive by Seattle's defense.
Well, and another note for Washington, I mentioned Luke McCaffrey got popped on the kickoff return. He has a shoulder injury. He has been taken to the locker room and is questionable to return, and that would be a big blow for the Commanders. So Tress Way is on to punt. Torrey Horton is back to return, standing around his 10-yard line. Way gets the punt off. It's a spiraling kick. Horton backing up just inside the 10, signals for a fair catch. He makes it, and that's where Seattle will start with the football for the first time when we return after a 52-yard punt. 11:11 to go in the first quarter. There is no score. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
FanDuel, America's #1 sports book, is coming to Missouri. On December 1st, you'll finally be able to bet on all your favorite teams and all your favorite sports. With FanDuel, there's tons of ways for you to get in on the action. You can bet on everything from the money line to over-unders to which team will win it all. Plus, with live betting, you can even pick which player will score the next touchdown and the one after that. See for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sports book. FanDuel, play your game. Must be 21 plus and present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
On the job, every minute counts. That's why Lowe's now has ProBlock Quick Dry Primer, expertly manufactured by Sherwin-Williams. Engineered for pros to dry fast and go on smooth for virtually flawless results that keep your job moving. It's available in oil and water-based, and getting it is easy. Order online by 2 p.m. and get free same-day delivery right to your job site. Lowe's, we help, you save. Orders placed after 2 p.m. will be delivered next day. Valid in select zip codes. Subject to driver availability. More terms apply.
LinkedIn gets B2B marketing and knows that every win is derived from a well-orchestrated play. With LinkedIn ads, every ad gets served to the MVPs you need. LinkedIn has grown to a network of over 1 billion professionals that you can reach based on job title, industry, and more. Start converting your B2B audience into high-quality leads today. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Just go to linkedin.com/campaign. That's linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply. Only on LinkedIn ads.
Feeling a little broken these days? There's a reason. We're all aging. I'm Dr. Stephanie Van Watson, co-founder of Fatty 15, and I'm so excited to share with you C15 from Fatty 15. C15 is a crucial healthy aging nutrient that strengthens cells and reverses aging at the cellular level. I discovered the benefits of C15 while helping older Navy dolphins, then spent a decade with fellow doctors to optimize it. With over 100 studies, 60 patents, and 20 awards, science-backed Fatty 15 has 36 cellular activities that support our metabolic, cognitive, liver, immune, and red blood cell health. 70% of Fatty 15 customers report benefits within 16 weeks. Find out today why over 100,000 people have made Fatty 15 their must-have healthy aging supplement. Get an additional 15% off the starter kit by going to fatty15.com/USA and using code USA at checkout.
These statements and products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition.
Brian Ranke, Mike Golick here in the Grainger broadcast booth in Landover, Maryland. Draw up a winning play with Grainger, offering supplies and solutions for every industry. Grainger will help your business cross the goal line. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Commanders have to punt. Seahawks now with the ball for the first time, starting at their own 10-yard line, 1st and 10. Sam Darnold, the starting quarterback, 12 touchdowns, 4 picks, 10th in the NFL in passing yards coming into this week. Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet, the running back tandem. Jackson Smith and Jigba and Torrey Horton are the wide receivers. A.J. Barner and Elijah Arroyo are the tight ends. 1st and 10, Seattle from their own 10. Darnold lines up under center. He's got receivers left and right. Walker is the single back. Darnold brings the man in motion from the right, takes the snap. He'll toss it to Walker. Running right, outside the numbers, cuts it up, finds a little bit of a lane, ducks his shoulder, and powers his way out to about the 16-yard line. So a good start as Kenneth Walker picks up 6. That'll bring up 2nd down and 4.
Certainly something they would like to get going is the run game. It hasn't been great this year at all. They've been living off the pass, so they'd love to establish that.
21st in the league in rushing coming in. Much like the Commanders before him now, the Seahawks going up tempo. 2nd down, 4 from their own 16. Trips right, 2 receivers left. Darnold back in the shotgun, takes the snap, looks to his left, now fires over the middle, and that's caught. That's going to be a 1st down into the hands of Torrey Horton, the rookie out of Colorado State, and he has a nice gain on the play. Sam Darnold going to Horton right off the bat for Torrey Horton, just his 10th catch of the year, and the Seahawks will stay in a no-huddle.
Boy, what a nice, quick slant that was, just out of the reach of linebacker Bobby Wagner as he was trying to get to his zone.
1st down and 10, Seahawks at their own 29. Darnold lines up under center, 2 receivers left, 2 tight ends right. Smith and Jigba in motion from the left. They'll hand it to him on a jet sweep, racing around the right side out to the 35-yard line and spinning his way out of bounds. We'll see where they mark him. It looked like he was close to a 1st down. Jackson Smith and Jigba's first touch, not on a reception, but on a running play. And he goes around the right side, takes it up to the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
But nice block by tight end Elijah Arroyo, the rookie out of Miami. Did an excellent job. That's the 2nd time they've attacked the left edge of that Washington defense and had success both times.
Officially a gain of 12 for Smith and Jigba. 1st and 10, Seahawks at their own 40-yard line. Offset eye behind Darnold, who's under center. Horton goes in motion from left to right. Darnold takes the snap. He fakes the handoff. Rolling to his right, throws toward the right sideline, and that is caught. Torrey Horton with his 2nd catch of the game. Out of bounds up at the 45-yard line. That'll go as a gain of 5. There is a penalty flag on the field.
Shot block. Offense number 40. 15-yard penalty. Repeat 1st down.
Now that'll go against the rookie fullback Robbie Oots. 5th rounder out of Alabama. Just came off IR yesterday, and he will get called for the 15-yard foul.
He went low, but the defensive lineman wasn't engaged with an offensive lineman.
That's 2 illegal blocks, and I haven't agreed with either one of them.
I do not agree with that. He was not engaged with the offensive lineman.
Abraham Lucas, the tackle, was actually behind Eddie Goldman.
Yeah,
that was interesting.
Yeah, it was.
So back it up to the 25. 1st down and 25. Darnold lines up in the shotgun. 2 receivers go to the right, 2 receivers out to the left. Darnold looking, waiting, gets the shotgun snap. He's back to pass. He looks, he fires over the middle. He's got a man. That's caught Smith and Jigba angling left, and he slides down close to about the 38-yard line. Bobby Wagner, the former Seahawk, is there with the tackle. First catch of the night for Jackson Smith and Jigba, who came in leading the NFL in receiving yards. 819 coming in. Starting this week, Mike, that was 100 yards more than Jamar Chase, who was second.
117 receiving yards a game, 16.4 yards a reception. First player to have those numbers since Julio Jones in 2016. Having a year.
13-yard gain, second down and 12. Trips right, single man left. Darnold in the shotgun. He's got Walker to his left. Now goes in motion out to the right. Here's the snap. Quick throw right side, and they're going to blow this one dead. Movement by the Seahawks.
False start. Offense number 72. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
That'll go against Abraham Lucas, the right tackle. Don't miss all the NFL excitement on CBS and Fox next Sunday. Check your local listings for games and times in your area. Catch the NFL on CBS and Fox.
Mike McDonald has his teams playing especially well on the road. A record 9-game road winning streak. It's the longest active streak in the NFL.
Yeah, since McDonald took over, they're 10-1 on the road. Overall, they've won 12 of their last 13.
They're doing something right with their itinerary.
No doubt. Second down, 17. Darnold lines up in the shotgun. Two receivers right, including Smith and Jigba, who goes in motion, stops in the backfield on the left hip of Darnold, who's in the gun. Darnold lifts that right leg, wants the shotgun snap. He's got it. Back to pass, looking, throws short left, caught by Smith and Jigba along the numbers across the 45, and he's out to about the 47, maybe the 48. Jeremy Reeves with the tackle. It's a gain of 9, and now that's going to set up a third down play here for Seattle. It'll be third down, and they're going to call it 3rd and 3.
Troy Horton was on the same side, just ran a go route to kind of take the DBs back a little bit. Hit Smith and Jigba underneath and let him gain a few yards after the catch.
Yeah, it's a gain of 14 for Smith and Jigba. So third down and 3 now for Seattle. Seahawks, despite all their success, just 33% on third down this year. Darnold will line up in the shotgun. Trips right, 2 receivers left. Darnold looks to his left, lifts that right leg, gets a waist-high snap, back to pass, looking left, looking middle, throws over the middle. That's caught for a first down. Ball is juggled and then grabbed by Barner. He got to the Washington 45. The ball came out as he was going to the ground. They're going to say completed catch and fumble, recovered by Barner, and a first down for the Seahawks.
A.J. Barner's been another mainstay in this offense. 4 receiving touchdowns already. If it's not going to Smith and Jigba, it's going to Barner.
9-yard gain to the Washington 44. First down and 10 with 6:45 to go in the first quarter. No score. High formation. Oots the fullback. Walker is the tailback. 2 receivers to the right. Here's a handoff. Walker running left out to the sideline across the 40, 35, and he's out of bounds with a first down. We'll see where he stepped out. They're going to mark him down close to the 30-yard line. Kenneth Walker, running around the left end, was finally bumped out by Bobby Wagner, but able to move the sticks.
Boy, nice block by Nick Keller up there, rookie tight end out of Minnesota. He really, really sealed the edge. Made it easy for Walker.
12-yard gain for Kenneth Walker. First and 10, Seattle. From the 32-yard line of Washington. High formation again, 2 receivers to the right. Walker remains the tailback. Darnold under center, gets the snap, handoff Walker, runs along the right hash, powers across the 30-yard line and down to the 26. That'll be a gain of 6. Frankie Louvu with the stop. Second down and 4. And the Seattle offense, who began this drive back at their own 10, Mike, with some nice rhythm here to start the game.
So we saw the early runs going outside to the right twice, outside to the left once, kind of stretching that defense. That time a nice cutback right up the middle for 6.
Second down 4 from the Washington 26. Ball is on the far side right hash. Darnold lines up under center with Walker, the single back. Single receiver out to the right, single receiver left. 2 tight ends in the game on the left end of the line. Darnold gets the snap on 2nd and 4. Handoff. This is Walker along the right hash, patiently waiting for something to open up. He's close to a first down. They're going to mark him just short. They'll mark him down at the 23-yard line. Eddie Goldman, the free agent from the Falcons, makes the stop. And now a third down and 1 after a gain of 3.
You wonder if they're in the trend of the NFL, 4-down territory.
Well, that is the trend, isn't it?
Really is.
I mean, it doesn't seem to even matter anymore where you are.
Nope. Nobody wants to take the 3.
Everybody's going on 4th down, and everybody's kicking long field goals. Now they've got a tight end. I think that's Barner lined up under center, and flags fly before the snap. Boy, from 3rd and 1, this looks like it's going to be 3rd and 6.
False start. Offense number 67. 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
Charles Cross, the left tackle, moved early.
He looked like he wasn't the only one moving early on that. He just got his name called.
Well, I'll tell you, if Seattle could convert this, Mike, starting this drive at their own 10, and they've had some costly penalties. So the 10th play of the drive here for Seattle. They're averaging almost 10 yards per play. It's 3rd down and 6. Darnold will line up in the shotgun. He's got Walker to his left. 2 receivers left, single man to the right. Barner, the tight end, now flexed off the left end of the line. Darnold waits, looks out to his left, lifts his right leg, has the snap. He's back to pass. He looks, throws over the middle, got a man. That's caught inside the 20. Stumbling inside the 15 is Walker, and finally touchdown with a 1st down. So Kenneth Walker coming over the middle, makes the catch, and picks his way down to the 13-yard line. Another Seahawks 1st down.
Just a great read by Sam Darnold. The blitz came straight up the middle, left the middle of the field wide open for Little to just come out of the backfield and take the spot where the blitzer came from.
Gain of 14 on the catch and run by Walker. Seahawks now in the red zone from the Washington 13, 1st down and 10. Darnold lines up under center, single wide receiver, split wide left. Walker remains the running back. Darnold gets the snap. He's back, fakes the handoff, looks left, throws left, incomplete. Smith-Njigba was getting grabbed, and there's flags all over the place.
Yeah.
There was a slant by Jackson Smith-Njigba, Mike, and he can only get one hand up there. Marshawn Lattimore seemed to have the other wrapped up.
Yeah, Marshawn Lattimore was not going to get beat, even to the tune of getting a flag thrown.
Pass interference. Defense number 2. Spot foul. Automatic 1st down.
Yeah, when multiple flags come out, you know it's pretty apparent, and that one was.
Well, and Marshawn Lattimore, 4-time Pro Bowler, but he has had a rough year. And that's going to move the ball all the way down to the 3-yard line. The Seahawks in the Lowe's red zone. Lowe's knows Sundays hit different when you earn them, so they're helping you with deals on top brands like Scott's, Pit Boss, Cobalt, and Track Stacking. Lowe's, official partner of the NFL. So the Seahawks now with a 1st and goal from the 3. Seattle 10th in the league in red zone offense. They've scored touchdowns on 17 of their 25 red zone trips. Looking to cash in here what would be a 90-yard scoring drive.
As you mentioned, off of a couple of penalties as well.
Darnold will line up under center. Walker is the single back. 2 receivers right, single man left. Darnold brings Horton in short motion from the left. He takes the snap. Darnold will hand it off. Walker starts to his right, cuts back left. Nowhere to go. He is stacked up and dropped. He's going to lose a yard on the play. Excellent pursuit led by Jeremy Reeves. It'll be 2nd down and goal.
Well, again, this close to the goal line, the field shrinks and DBs are a lot closer to the line of scrimmage, and they're not accounted for in the blocking scheme. So there were 3 guys untouched and cut right back into them. 2nd
down and goal from the 4-yard line now for Seattle. Out of the huddle, they'll come to the line of scrimmage with Walker, the single back. 2 receivers go right, including Horton, who now goes in motion to the left. So 2 receivers at that side. Smith-Njigba, single man to the right. Under center, Darnold takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolling to his left, looking, throws back in the end zone. Caught, touchdown! Torrey Horton makes the catch. Looked like he was getting grabbed, but he hangs on and goes to the ground. It's his 4th touchdown of the year, and the Seahawks have an early 6-0 lead.
Yeah, this is going to be on Lattimore again.
Pass interference. Defense number 23.
Oh, no.
Penalties declined. Result of the play. Touchdown.
Well, it goes on Trey Amos, but either way, It is a touchdown. And Torrey Horton, on a night where the Seahawks are down 3 receivers, Horton makes his presence felt on the opening drive, capping it off with the touchdown catch. And the Seahawks have the lead.
Rookie out of Colorado State having himself an early night.
So that'll bring on Jason Myers for the PAT. He is perfect this year. 22 out of 22. Michael Dixon, the punter, will hold. Chris Stoll with the snap. It is perfect. The ball is down. The kick is on the way, and it is good. So an impressive opening drive for the Seattle Seahawks gives them a 7-0 lead with 3:04 to go in the first quarter. You're listening to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, max out your savings. The more you buy, the more you save on beds, bases, and more. Plus, get free home delivery on any smart bed with base. Limited time. Check it out at a Sleep Number store near you or at sleepnumber.com today.
Tempted to decorate for the holidays early? We like your style. Right now at Kohl's, save 20% on decor, hosting essentials, and more. Plus, get $10 off $50 spent. So go ahead, hang up that wreath, swap out those couch pillows for ones with snowflakes. And while others are panic shopping later, you'll already be cozied up feeling pretty great about these early Kohl's deals. Select styles, offers end November 2nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
3:04 to go first quarter. Seahawks lead at 7-0. Let's check the drive summary, sponsored by Straight Talk. Your favorite song shouldn't have to wait for Wi-Fi. Switch to Straight Talk and get real unlimited data on Verizon's 5G network. Straight Talk, available at straighttalk.com or Walmart. 12-play, 90-yard drive, 8:07 off the clock. 7 first downs for the Seahawks. And on a night, Mike, where they're playing without 3 of their normal 5 receivers, Sam Darnold goes 6 of 6 for 67 yards and a touchdown on that drive.
Boy, it just doesn't matter, right? Whoever steps in this case, Torrey Horton, really early on, doing a nice job, taking a little bit of pressure off Jackson Smith and Jigman. Not that he needs pressure taken off of him for as many receptions that he has this year already.
Well, and we mentioned that Luke McCaffrey has gone to the locker room to be evaluated for a shoulder injury. That's a big loss for Washington because McCaffrey is second in the NFL in kickoff return yardage this year. So now Traylon Burks is back deep. And a line drive kick will be taken by Jalen Lane in the end zone. And he drops down to his right knee, so that'll be a touchback. And Washington will have it at the 35-yard line. So we'll see what Washington can do with its second drive of the game. They came out wanting to throw, Mike. We saw 3 pass plays, 3 Jaden Daniels scrambles on that opening drive.
Yeah, obviously the receivers are going to have to work more to get open. Jaden not seeing, because he's had a little bit of time, and when he has been chased out of the pocket, he's bought more time. But obviously he hasn't thrown the ball, so no receivers downfield he feels to go to.
Also, Bill Vinovich just made an announcement. They're moving this ball to the 20-yard line. They're saying that Lane caught that outside the end zone. His momentum carried him back. So they will start at the 20 instead of the 35. Trips right, Daniels in the shotgun. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, the running back, to his left. And Krosky-Merritt will get his first carry slicing left side and doesn't find a lot. Picks up about 2 out to the 22 before Derek Hall makes the tackle. That'll bring up second down and 8. Luke McCaffrey now officially ruled out for the rest of the game.
Boy, for Krosky-Merritt, life comes at you quick, right? They trade away Brian Robinson Jr. Austin Eckler blows out his Achilles. All of a sudden, the 7th-round rookie is a starting running back in the NFL.
Coming into tonight with just over 400 yards rushing, 4 touchdowns. He's the pistol back here with 3 receivers to the left. Ben Sin at the tight end in short motion from the left. Here's the snap, play fake. Daniels back with time, now steps up in the pocket. He's going to run across the 25, and he dives out to the 28-yard line. That'll leave him a couple of yards shy of the first down. Gain of 6. Nick Emanwari, second rounder out of South Carolina, gets the tackle, and it'll be 3rd and 2 for Washington.
Well, I guess the hamstring feels pretty good, huh?
I guess so.
Holy smokes.
Boy, he's pulling it down left and right.
He really is. That's a good sign that his hammy seems to be good. It's a bad sign he doesn't have anybody to throw to.
Trips to the right, single man left. Daniels 4 carries, 16 yards in the early going. Jeremy McNichols checks in at running back. Lines up to the left of Daniels, who's in the gun. Jalen Lane in motion from right to left. Daniels waiting, looks over the defense. Seahawks show blitz. Here they come. Daniels back, looking to his left, backing up, throws left sideline, and it is caught. Zach Ertz with a 2-handed catch, stumbling, able to hang on, going to the ground. There's a penalty flag on the field. Looks like it'll be against the defense. What a catch by the veteran Ertz.
Wow. Again, Ertz, that safety blanket, is holding on defense.
Holding. Defense number 3. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
So they will go ahead and take the penalty and take the 5 yards. Boy, that was a tremendous catch by Zach Ertz with Emanwari draped all over him.
Oh, boy. When in doubt, look for Zach.
They'll move it out to the 33-yard line, 1st and 10. Daniels under center, 2 receivers right, 2 tight ends left. Here's the snap, toss play. Krosky-Merritt along the left hash. Now angles out to the left. He's out to the 35, maybe the 36-yard line. So Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt picks up 3 on the run. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 7 as we tick down to 1:13 to go in the first quarter. Seahawks lead at 7-0.
Again, it looks like a matchup of the number 3 rush offense in Washington, number 1 rush defense in Seattle. But in the 3-game losing streak, Washington has been 20th in their rushing attack. It has not been good the last 3 weeks.
Call it a gain of 4, 2nd down and 6. Daniels lines up under center, 2 receivers right, 2 tight ends left. He'll bring Sinnott in motion from the left. Here's the snap, toss play. Krosky-Merritt running right, looking to turn the corner. He's out to the 40-yard line, and he's spun down at the 41. That'll leave him a yard and a half shy of the first down. Devin Witherspoon from his corner spot made the tackle on Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. And now a 3rd and short coming up for Washington.
So that was basically, Ryan, the same play that went left last time, and they gave the same look like it was going left. And he just cut back to the right and just hoping that the defense would over pursue, which the left side of that Seattle defense did and gave him the outside.
Gain of 5, so it'll be 3rd down and 1. Daniels in the shotgun with McNichols to his left, 2 receivers left and right. Daniels leans toward the line of scrimmage, takes the snap. He will hand it off. McNichols bounces off the pile, runs between the hash marks, and McNichols, we'll see. I don't know that he got there.
Ooh.
This is going to be awfully close. I don't think Jeremy McNichols made the line to gain. Ernest Jones led the charge for Seattle, and they are marking him short of the first down.
Boy, the refs just don't want to use the Hawkeye, do they?
We have not seen the virtual measurement yet.
Have not seen it.
Well, now Dan Quinn will have a decision to make. He will make it when we return. End of the first quarter here in Landover with the score. The Seahawks 7, the Commanders nothing. You're listening to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One.
Tempted to decorate for the holidays early? We like your style. Right now at Kohl's, save 20% on decor, hosting essentials, and more. Plus, get $10 off $50 spent. So go ahead, hang up that wreath, swap out those couch pillows for ones with snowflakes. And while others are panic shopping later, you'll already be cozied up feeling pretty great about these early Kohl's deals. Select styles, offers end November 2nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
What's the impact of hiring the right person for the job? Someone who simply doesn't fill a role but elevates it. Indeed sponsored jobs can help you connect with candidates who have the right experience and a proven track record. Find people who don't just complete tasks, they transform how work gets done. Don't leave hiring to chance. Sponsor your job posting on Indeed and match with the right candidates. Sponsor your job at Indeed.com/credit.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks Vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Back in Landover, where it's time for the start of the second quarter, sponsored by Vicks Vapo Stick. Vicks Vapo Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks Vapors for the whole family in an easy-to-use stick. And for steamy, non-medicated shower vapors for yourself, try Vapo Shower Max. Use as directed. Seahawks 7, Commanders nothing. Washington with a 4th and 1 at its own 42. And Mike, Dan Quinn is an aggressive coach. He's gone for it 20 times on 4th down this year. The Commanders have converted 15. They're the second best team in the NFL on 4th down, and they're leaving their offense out here to start quarter number 2.
I feel from your own 40 on, it's like not even a question if it's 4th and short in the NFL today, especially with Dan Quinn. We talk about Dan Campbell being a guy going for it all the time. Dan Quinn has as well, and as you just gave the numbers, very successfully.
So we'll see if the Commanders can convert here. This Washington offense, despite the fact they haven't run it tonight, they're the 4th best rushing team in the league. They're going up against the number 1 rush defense in the NFL. Daniels is going to go up under center. Single back is Krosky-Merritt. 2 receivers left. 1 man out to the right. Daniels brings Deebo Samuel in short motion from the right. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolling right, being chased. Throws, and it's caught by Bates for a first down. Across the 50 into Seattle territory. So they roll Daniels to the right. He dumps it off for the backup tight end, John Bates. Ernest Jones makes the catch, but the Commanders move the sticks.
That's where play action is so important. How well does the quarterback put the ball in the belly of the back? How well does the offensive line come off the ball like they're faking run to freeze that defense and just opens up the crosser?
10-yard gain to the Seattle 48. First down and 10, pistol formation. Kroski Merritt, the running back. Samuel in motion from left to right. Little pop pass to him, running right outside the numbers, across the 45, down to the 40, and leaning toward the 39-yard line. That'll be a 9-yard catch and run for Deebo Samuel. Drake Thomas made the stop for the Seahawks, and that'll bring up 2nd and 1.
Greatest way to pad a quarterback's passing stats.
Quarterback's favorite play right there.
We do have a Josh Jobe is down
on both
for
knees.
Seattle. Is getting up now. Seems to be okay.
It's over by the Seahawks sideline. Reek Woolen is going to check in for him. Woolen has been the subject of some trade rumors. Reports today that teams have been calling about both he and Boye Mafe. See if Seattle wants to make a move before the Tuesday deadline.
The trade deadline in the NFL has become much more than it's just trade deadline day and it moves on with nothing. There have been some big probably starting with Christian McCaffrey a few years ago, T.J. Hawkinson right after him, of guys that have been traded and really have helped their new team starting in November. Trade deadline is Tuesday at 4 till 4 o'clock Eastern is the deadline.
Yeah, there was a time when the NFL trade deadline almost meant nothing, and now it's one like the baseball trade deadline where you see wall-to-wall coverage and keeping track of what teams are doing.
Yeah, it hasn't reached baseball heights yet.
Not quite,
but
it's getting a lot closer.
Yeah, it is.
Job was able to walk off. I think they're going to take a look. He took a shot to the head. So
by his own man.
This may be a concussion protocol situation. 2nd down and 1. Daniels under center. Kroski Merritt, the running back. Samuel in motion from right to left. Here's the snap. Toss play. Kroski Merritt straight ahead. Right hash. Nowhere to go. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, the Seahawks just set up a wall. Ernest Jones was the first guy there, and he had plenty of help. He'll lose a yard on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down and 2.
So what they do so well, not only do they not give up ground, Ryan, but they don't trade one for one. They extend with their hands and they get off the blocks. They don't just let an old lineman lay on them and let the back go by. They get off the blocks and they stay in a nice picket fence form.
Seahawks come in off a bye. 2 weeks ago in a Monday night game against Houston, they only allowed 56 yards rushing. So now a 3rd down and 2 from the Seahawks 40. Daniels back in the shotgun, trips left, single man right. Here's the snap. Daniels looks right, nothing there. Now rolling to his right. Flag is down. Daniels looking. He'll tuck it and run. Slides down with a 1st down across the 35, but we'll check on the marker.
Oh, it's Sam Cosme, or Cosme had it just absolutely obliterated Ernest Jones.
Personal foul. Face mask. Offense number 75. 15-yard penalty. Repeat 3rd down.
That was Chris Paul.
Yeah, he said 75, Chris Paul. So that's going to back him up 15, and we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for Sunday Night Football. So after the penalty, it'll be a 3rd and 17. Commanders backed up to their own 45. Trips left, single man right. Daniels in the shotgun with McNichols to his right. Ertz in short motion from the left. Daniels gets the snap, back to pass, blitz coming. Daniels in trouble, hit as he throws, deep down the right side, and that is intercepted. Was he inbounds? Ty Okada picked it off. It will stand as an INT. Jaden Daniels just lobbing one up as he got hit, and Ty Okada, the 3rd-year man out of Montana State, went high, had a fingered interception, and as he came down, somehow got both feet down in bounds. What a play by Okada.
Got that right toe down. Jaden Daniels got blitzed, had to throw up a prayer that was not answered.
We'll step aside with 12:49 to go in the first half. Seahawks on top 7-0. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
FanDuel, America's #1 sports book, is coming to Missouri. On December 1st, you'll finally be able to bet on all your favorite teams and all your favorite sports. With FanDuel, there's tons of ways for you to get in on the action. You can bet on everything from the money line to over-unders to which team will win it all. Plus, with live betting, you can even pick which player will score the next touchdown and the one after that. See for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sports book. FanDuel, play your game. Must be 21 plus and present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
At Lowe's, this Veterans Day and every day, verified military members, veterans, and their spouses get automatic silver status in My Lowe's Rewards with free standard shipping, plus 10% off eligible purchases with no annual limit. It's one way we honor and give back to those who have served and still do. Learn more now at lowes.com/military. 10% discount can't be combined with another offer. Exclusions, terms, and conditions apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
The United Airlines app has all the bells and whistles to make flying easier and can save you around 30 minutes at the airport. Get real-time flight updates, like a live countdown clock to boarding, even if your screen's locked. Get play-by-play directions through the airport with a personalized map. And if you want to make a game time decision and go home early or stay longer, there are no fees to change your flight. Get the United app at united.com/app. No fees to change your flight. Excludes basic economy. Applies to flights originating in the U.S. Fare difference may apply.
Keep the NFL in reach all season long with NFL Plus Premium. Sign up today at plus.nfl.com/radio. Terms and conditions apply. So the interception by Ty Okada sets the Seahawks up with a 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line. The first career interception for Okada. Just the second thrown this year by Jaden Daniels. Sam Darnold under center on 1st and 10. Single wide receiver split to the right is Smith and Jigba. Zach Charbonnet is in at running back. Darnold hands under center, takes the snap. He's back on a play fake. Rolling to his left, looking, now throws down the field. Got a man. Smith and Jigba makes the catch inside the Washington 45, and he's knocked out of bounds. It's a gain of 17 for Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Well, again, a great fake right with the run and a roll left. It was not kept contained at all. Gave Sam Darnold all kind of time just to wait for a route to develop.
3 catches, 44 yards already for Smith and Jigba, who again came in leading the NFL in receiving yards. 99 more than Jamar Chase at the start of play today. 1st and 10 from the Washington 43. Handoff Charbonnet, angling left. He's got nowhere to go. Eddie Goldman wraps him up and throws him down to the turf. No gain on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. Mike, back to the Okada interception. Ty Okada in his 3rd year played 9 games combined his first 2 years, primarily on special teams. With Julian Love out, and Love went on IR yesterday, Okada has been getting more playing time. He's done a nice job in the back end.
Sure has. You never know when you get your chance. You make the most of it. Now he's going to have time with Julian Love. Got to miss at least 4 more games.
2nd down 10 from the Washington 43. Darnold lines up in the shotgun with Charbonnet to his right. Slot left, single man right. Darnold lifts that right leg, hands in front of his chest, reaches down to his right for the snap. He's got it, fires quickly, left side, caught by Smith and Jigba, powering his way to about the Washington 36-yard line. Marshawn Lattimore finally stood him up, shoved him out of bounds, and now some pushing and shoving after the play. Lattimore getting into it with the Seattle sideline. Cooler heads prevail. The officials step in, and after a gain of 7, we'll have a 3rd and 3.
Maybe a little bit of frustration already in this Washington defense, because right now the Seattle offense is having, in the passing game especially, is absolutely having its way out there.
Well, we mentioned it's been a frustrating year for Lattimore. He's been the target of some ire from the fans. It has just not been a great year for him so far. 3rd down and 3. Charbonnet, the running back. Darnold under center. Receivers left and right. Here's the snap. Handoff. Charbonnet straight ahead. 1st down inside the 30. Lowers his shoulder and powers his way to the 27. Quan Martin, the safety, made the stop. But Zach Charbonnet goes right up the gut and moves the sticks.
Yeah, that's a situation where they brought pressure right up the middle. So now, instead of 3 levels, you really have 2 levels. And once you get by the 1st level, it's open space.
9-yard gain on that run. And now we've got an injured commander who was down on the play. And the training staff is coming out to have a look. I wonder if that's Martin who made the tackle. He was grabbing his right forearm at the end of the play.
Quan Martin.
And we are going to take a timeout while they take a look at Martin. 10:32 to go first half. Seahawks lead at 7-0. You're listening to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, You don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
When I wake up
The best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
I put on my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
NFL play-by-play lives on Westwood One.
30, the 20, outside 10.
Catch Westwood One's exclusive audio play-by-play coverage of any primetime NFL game.
Touchdown!
Listen live on the Westwood One Sports app.
Scott Graham from our Westwood One studios. A look at the Week 9 scoreboard. Round number 10 between Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes goes to Buffalo. They beat Kansas City today in Buffalo, 28-21. Pittsburgh's defense comes up big. They knock off Indianapolis in Pittsburgh today, 27-20. Denver gets a walk-off field goal in Houston to beat the Houston Texans, 18-15. Another win for New England at home. They knock off Atlanta, 24-23. Chargers win at Tennessee, 27-20. In overtime, Vegas can't hit on a two-point conversion attempt, and Jacksonville hangs on for a 30-29 win. Wild one in the game of the day today in Cincinnati as Chicago beats Cincinnati 47-42. Carolina walk-off field goal at Green Bay as they upset the Packers 16-13. Minnesota big win in Detroit 27-24. It was San Francisco over the New York Giants 34-24 in the Meadowlands, and the Rams get 4 touchdown passes from Matthew Stafford as they beat New Orleans 34-10. All the details coming your way at halftime. For now, back to D.C., Ryan Radke and Mike Golick.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. 10:32 to go first half. Seahawks on top 7-0. Quan Martin able to walk off. He is standing on the sideline with his helmet on. The veteran Darnell Savage checks in for him. Meanwhile, the Seahawks on the march again here, Mike, to the Washington 27, already with a 7-0 lead and looking to add on.
By the way, Jackson Smith-Njigba has 4 receptions, so he passed DK Metcalf for the most reception in a player's first 3 seasons with 217. And by the way, he's got a lot more year 3.
He has been absolutely incredible. Trips right, single man left. Darnold in the shotgun on 1st and 10. He's got Charbonnet to his right. Darnold left foot in front of right, brings a receiver in motion from the right, takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. This is Charbonnet straight ahead between the hash marks. And he's down close to the 21-yard line. So Zach Charbonnet getting a carry. He and Kenneth Walker rotate at that running back position. Deron Payne eventually made the tackle. Gain of 6, it'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Really nice pull by the right guard, Anthony Bradford, helped clear that out. Big men on the move. Stayed, hugged that line, kicked out. Really nice job.
Darnold will go up under center now. 2 receivers left, single man right. Charbonnet is the single back. Smith-Njigba in motion from the left. Here's the snap, pitch play. Charbonnet running left, trying to turn the corner, can't do it. Gets hit behind the line of scrimmage and driven down for a loss of a couple. All the way back around the 25-yard line. Jeremy Reeves made the stop. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and all of a sudden the Seahawks are in 3rd and long.
So again, we saw Seattle have success running to the outside in their first series. Jeremy Reeves, the safety, again, coming up toward the line, unaccounted for in the blocking scheme, makes the one-on-one tackle.
Good news for Washington. Quan Martin is back on the field. He's the 2nd leading tackler on this team. Meanwhile, the Seahawks now with a 3rd and 8 from the Washington 25. Darnold lines up in the shotgun. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Charbonnet, the running back, off to the left of Darnold. Waits, gets a knee-high snap. Back to pass. Darnold looking, going deep, down the right side. Wide open, Torrey Horton. He's got it for the touchdown. 2nd touchdown tonight for Horton. 2nd of the night for Seattle. And the Seahawks have taken a 13-0 lead. A 25-yard touchdown pass. Wide open. Torrey Horton getting behind the defense, and that may be the easiest throw Darnold has tonight.
Darnold saw that right away. He went right past Sainristil. I mean, just absolutely went right by him, and Darnold saw it all the way, saw it opening up, and just laid it up there beautifully.
I mean, Mike, he was 5 yards behind. Sainristil was not even close.
He passed him 3 years past the line of scrimmage, and Sam saw it the whole way.
So Jason Myers on for the PAT. Stoll with the snap, back to the punter Dixon, who puts it down. The kick from Myers is up, and it is good. So the Seattle Seahawks with a 2-touchdown lead, 8:52 to go in quarter number 2. It's the Seahawks 14, the Commanders nothing, and I think we've got a penalty on the PAT. There is a flag down. So it was a penalty against Washington, and it looks like they're going to assess the penalty on the kickoff.
It was running into the kicker.
So they will leave the point on the board. It is a 14-0 Seahawks lead. 8:52 to go first half. You're listening to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next-day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Your business has goals, and you need the right team to help get you there. Don't cross your fingers and just hope quality candidates see your job posting. With Indeed-sponsored jobs, you can skip the waiting game and match with the talent that actually matters for your business. Plus, with Indeed-sponsored jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Don't leave hiring to chance. Hire better and work better with Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
The NFL International Games return with a debut in Berlin. And on NFL Network, our stars come out in the morning.
About to be a movie.
Bijan Robinson and the Falcons are ready to run wild.
Touchdown, Atlanta!
But Daniel Jones and the Colts are looking to build on their hot start.
Fireworks in the fourth quarter!
It's Sunday morning football. Snooze off. Game on. Falcons, Colts. Sunday, November 9th at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Only on NFL Network.
Doug. Here we have the Limu Emu in its natural habitat, helping people customize their car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. Fascinating. It's accompanied by his natural ally, Doug.
Limu, is that guy with the binoculars watching us?
Cut the camera. They see us.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Let's check the drive summary sponsored by GoodRx. For simple, smart savings on your prescriptions, check GoodRx. Go to GoodRx.com or download the free GoodRx app. 7 plays, 60 yards, 3:57 off the clock. 25-yard touchdown pass from Sam Darnold to Torrey Horton. How about the start for Torrey Horton tonight? 3 catches, 42 yards, couple of touchdowns. Mike, on the season, he has 12 catches, 5 touchdowns.
Is that good?
I think it's pretty good. Here's the kickoff from Myers, end over end, taken to the goal line. Straight ahead across the 10, up to the 15, 20, out to the 25. Goes Jalen Lane, he lost the ball. It's recovered by Seattle. The ball got popped out and recovered by the Seahawks. Connor O'Toole recovered it. And Seattle will be set up again deep in Washington territory.
Oh, boy.
Well, and again, Luke McCaffrey, who is one of the best returners in the league, is out with a shoulder injury. So Jalen Lane trying to return that one. Brandon Peely knocked it out. And Connor O'Toole, the undrafted rookie out of Utah, jumped on top of it. And the Seahawks will start this drive deep in Washington territory at the 26.
Washington, for the season, with their record, we know they've gotten themselves into a hole. But, boy, they've really gotten themselves into a hole in this game against an excellent Seattle defense. So coming back is going to be difficult. This defense has to either create a turnover or hold Seattle to a field goal.
1st and 10 from the 26 of Washington. Darnold under center with receivers left and right. Darnold looks to his left, looks to his right. Takes the snap. He's back to throw. Darnold looking with plenty of time. Throws down the left side. That is juggled and caught for the touchdown. It's Elijah Arroyo. Sam Darnold with a seam route down the left side. And Elijah Arroyo, the rookie out of Miami, has his first NFL touchdown. And just like that, it's Seattle 20, Washington nothing. 8:41 to go in the first half.
I mean, got open off the Sam Darnold, looked at him the whole way, got open off the line. Tyler Owens took a step up, and that cost him. Darnold just put it right over his head.
What a perfect throw by Sam Darnold, who is now 10 of 10 for 142 yards and 3 touchdowns.
By the way, Jackson Smith-Njigba was even more wide open.
Take your pick.
Not.
Jason Myers on for the PAT. Snap spot. Kick is on the way. It is good. And a 21-0 Seahawks lead with 8:41 to go here in the first half. Ryan Radke, Mike Golick in the Grainger broadcast booth in Landover, Maryland. Game changers count on Grainger for professional-grade products, fast delivery, and free technical support. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by to get what you need. Well, Washington returning home, Mike, after a disappointing game last Monday in Kansas City. They have been pretty good in this stadium, 9-3 at home since the start of last year. But, boy, the Seahawks have just jumped on them right out of the gates.
They really have. And when you're playing an excellent defense like Seattle's, for Washington, they're going to be taking away part of their offense to try and get back into this game. And Seattle's going to obviously just, it's going to be a blood in the water for Sharks right now. Jaden Daniels having trouble finding receivers downfield. The 2 leading receivers tonight tied are 2 tight ends.
Myers on the approach. Here's a kickoff. Deebo Samuel will have a chance to return. This one bounces and then goes by Samuel all the way through the end zone, but that landed in the landing zone. And so, again, Washington is only going to have the ball at the 20-yard line.
Just little mistakes, right? Little mistakes costing you.
Don't miss all the NFL excitement on NBC next Sunday night when the Pittsburgh Steelers meet the Los Angeles Chargers. Of course, you can also hear that game right here on many of these same stations on the Westwood One Sports app or online at westwoodonesports.com. And if you need any more proof that this is a week-to-week league, we saw the Steelers last week get sliced and diced by Green Bay at home. Today, the Steelers go up against Indianapolis, maybe statistically the best offense in the league, and really controlled the game.
Oh, they had sacks. They forced turnovers by the Colts. They had a game today. Their defense actually lived up to the money they spent on them. 1st and 10, Washington from its own 20. Shotgun snap. Daniels fakes the handoff, fires over the middle, tipped and incomplete off the hands of Bates, the tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Just a little high and behind Bates. Again, you got to hit plays like that, right? I mean, Bates is wide open off the play fake, and he was going to be running after that. Though, especially when it's tie score, you need to hit those, let alone down 21-zip.
Washington staying in the no huddle, 2nd down and 10. Pistol formation, Krosky Merritt is the back, receivers left and right. Chris Moore goes in motion over the right side. 2 tight ends left. Daniels has the snap, holds it out, gives it to Krosky Merritt, straight ahead, finds a gap out to the 25-yard line. That'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 5 for Washington. Well, and if this game doesn't turn, you can already hear the talk radio lines lighting up. A Washington team that comes in 4th in the league running the ball, and it's almost like they just said, well, we can't run against Seattle, though. We're not going to do it.
Yeah, Seattle #1. But again, in their 3 straight losses, they've rushed 20th best in the league. So it's kind of deceiving, their rush statistics.
Trips left, single man right. Daniels back in the shotgun. McNichols, the running back, to his right. 3rd down and 5. Here's the snap. Daniels back, looking left. Rush coming. Throws left side. Got a man that's caught but shy of the 1st down. Zach Ertz made the catch, but he got knocked backward by Devin Witherspoon. That's going to bring up 4th down. Dan Quinn is aggressive. Is he going to be this aggressive? Down 21-0. It looks like he is. He's leaving the offense on the field.
Yeah, Deebo Samuel coming in. I mean, that's just tough. You not run a route to the sticks. When you're that close to the sticks, to not run it enough to the sticks to get the 1st down on the catch.
What do you make of this decision, Mike? They're at their own 29. I know you're down 21-0. Is this too early?
You know what? The way Seattle's been driving long, been driving short, no, you got to try and keep the ball.
Daniels in the shotgun. McNichols to his right. Here's the snap. Daniels rolling right, looking for Ertz, and now whistles. They're going to blow this dead. And a false start against Washington.
I think it may have been on Ertz.
This night is going from bad to worse.
False start. Offense number 86. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
Well, now they're going to punt it.
Yes, they are.
Well, and if that play had been allowed to go, Jaden Daniels had a lane to run, and I'm not talking about for a couple of yards. He might have had 20 or 30.
He absolutely did. And that was a flat route. Ertz was running to the flat, and he just stepped with his left leg a little too early. And he got covered up, but you're right, Jaden Daniels had room to go.
5th penalty of the game against Washington. Tress way on to punt. Torrey Horton standing at his own 17-yard line. Horton is a dangerous return man. Had a 90-yard punt return for touchdown earlier this year. There's the snap to Way, and the left footer hits a high spiraling kick. Horton is going to let this one bounce, and it will take a Washington bounce inside the 20, inside the 15, and that is going to roll dead at the 13-yard line. It turns out to be an excellent punt for Tress Way of 53 yards. So the Seahawks will have it backed up when we return. 6:44 to go first half. Seahawks on top 21-0. You're listening to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One.
Presenting a Gain Flings love story. Dear love of my life, we were on the 12B bus this morning when I caught a whiff. A scent so fresh, so life-changing, I had to find its source. Alas, I didn't know if you were the woman in the pink freshly washed cardigan or the retired mailman next to me, but I knew one of you was my soulmate. Ah, the scent of Gain Flings. Try Gain Flings with OxyBoost and Febreze.
Your business has goals, and you need the right team to help get you there. Don't cross your fingers and just hope quality candidates see your job posting. With Indeed-sponsored jobs, you can skip the waiting game and match with the talent that actually matters for your business. Plus, with Indeed-sponsored jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Don't leave hiring to chance. Hire better and work better with Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Try Barbasol 1919 Classic Shaving Cream. This modern-day non-aerosol formula features enhanced ingredients, an exceptional glide, and crisp fragrance for a shave experience like no other. Learn more at Barbasol.com.
Barbasol. NFL play-by-play lives on Westwood One.
30, the 20, far side 10.
Catch Westwood One's exclusive audio play-by-play coverage of any primetime NFL game.
Touchdown!
Listen live on the Westwood One Sports app.
All season long, you can stream the NFL on Westwood One for free, sponsored by LinkedIn Ads. With LinkedIn Ads, every ad gets served to the MVPs you need. Get a $250 credit when you spend $250 on your first campaign. Go to linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply. And fans, a reminder, you can listen on WestwoodOneSports.com or by downloading the Westwood One Sports app today. Turns out to be a 63-yard punt for Tress Way. That might be the first thing that's gone right for Washington tonight. 21-0 Seattle with 6:44 to go here in the second quarter. Seahawks will start this drive at their own 13.
Seattle, best start of 5-2 since 2023. I know that's not that long ago, but when they were 5-2 in 2023, they lost 6 of their last 10 games. They seem to be a little bit better off now under Mike McDaniel, that's for sure.
Opening a stretch of 3 of 4 on the road here tonight, but as we mentioned, road games have not been a problem for Seattle. Franchise record 9 straight road wins, 10-1 since Mike McDonald took over. Receivers left and right, 1st and 10, Darnold under center, Kenneth Walker back in there at running back. Here's the snap, Darnold back on a play fake, steps up in the pocket, throws short right, caught by Walker, tucks in toward the hash marks, and he's out to about the 18-yard line, so it'll go as a gain of 5. That'll bring up 2nd down and 5. Darnold remains perfect. He is now 11 for 11 in the game. One of the things we should talk about, Mike, with the Seattle road record, it doesn't apply tonight, obviously, but when you go to those 1 p.m. Eastern starts that so often trip up West Coast teams, the Seahawks are 29-11 in their last 40 early starts.
They blow that myth out of the water, right?
I mean, what have they figured out that everybody else hasn't? 2nd down 5 from the 18. Offset eye behind Darnold. Single wide receiver to the right. Here's the snap. Darnold back, hand off Walker. Runs right to the numbers. Nowhere to go. He is wrapped up and thrown down for no gain on the play. Looked like Jordan McGee, the second-year linebacker from Temple that was there to put the hit on. Good play, and now a 3rd and 5 coming up for the Seahawks.
I mean, listen, there's still plenty of time left in the game, but this defense needs a stop. It's 3rd and 5+ here. So, you know, Seattle's had 3 drives and 3 touchdowns. It'd be nice for Washington to make them punt.
Seattle 4 of 4 on 3rd down in the ball game. This is 3rd down and 5. They need the 23 for a 1st down. Trips left. Smith and Jigba single man to the right. Now Walker goes in motion from left to right. Darnold back in the shotgun. Waits, clapping his hands. He wants the snap. He's got it. Back to pass. Looking right. Under pressure. Steps up. Now throws right side. Caught by Smith and Jigba. Cuts it across the 30. Breaks a tackle 35. And he's all the way out close to the 40. Just when it looked like Darnold was in trouble, he steps up and finds his favorite target, Jackson Smith and Jigba for 22.
Well, nice job of Darnold moving just enough in the pocket to keep the play alive. And then Smith and Jigba just sitting in the hole waiting for the ball.
First down and 10. Darnold goes under center. Seahawks at their own 40-yard line. Two receivers stacked left. Cody White in short motion from the right. Here's the snap. Play action fake. Darnold rolling right. Throws down the right side. Wide open. That's White. 35-30. Stays in bounds. 25-20. 15. 10-5. Touchdown Seattle. Cody White made the catch and scores his first career touchdown. Rumbling down the right sideline. 27-0 Seahawks. A 60-yard catch and run for 6.
Cody White has played 3 games overall for Seattle. It's his first game this year. And again, wide open on the play fake. Quan Martin had the chance with the tackle downfield, and it was an awful attempt. He just threw a shoulder into him. No wrap up at all.
Cody White, officially in his 6th year in the NFL, came into this game tonight in his career. 8 catches, 79 yards, no touchdowns. And he has a 60-yard touchdown in prime time tonight. Here's Myers for the PAT. The kick is on the way, and the route is on. It is good. 4:34 to go second quarter. Seahawks 28, Commanders nothing. You're listening to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One.
Carne asada is back at Chipotle. It's our most tender steak, expertly grilled throughout the day. Expertly seasoned with garlic, cumin, and coriander. Expertly finished with fresh lime and hand-cut cilantro and crafted just for you. Nobody does carne asada like Chipotle. Nobody. Our most talked about steak is only here for a limited time, so order now in the app for pickup or delivery. Chipotle, for real.
Life getting in the way of the game? No matter the occasion, with NFL Plus Premium, you can keep the NFL in reach with live local and primetime games on mobile. Plus, watch every touchdown every Sunday afternoon during the regular season on NFL Red Zone. Stream 24/7 NFL Network, including 7 exclusive live games this season. And catch full and condensed replays anytime, anywhere. Sign up today at plus.nfl.com/radio. Terms and conditions apply.
The Home Depot has everything you need to turn your home into a beacon of holiday cheer. So whether you're going all out or just adding a few holiday touches, we've got you covered with trees, yard decor, and more. Save time decorating with one of our easy-to-assemble pre-lit trees, or pick up a piece from our Yuletide Lane decor collection and fill your yard with holiday joy. Whatever your style, find everything to get your holidays started at the Home Depot.
Let's check the drive summary sponsored by eBay Motors. Picture this, you're halfway through a DIY car fix and boom, you're missing a part. It's okay because whatever it is, it's on eBay and it's guaranteed to fit every time. eBay, things people love.
Boom? Did you go boom?
I did. 4 plays, 87 yards, 2 minutes, 10 seconds off the clock.
Seattle went boom.
It certainly did. Cody White, and again, just to emphasize this, Mike mentioned just up off the practice squad yesterday. Guy that's been in the NFL officially for 6 years. A lot of practice squads, not a lot of time to play. Spent some time with the Steelers, now with the Seahawks. Had never had a touchdown, only 8 catches in his career, and now he's got a 60-yard touchdown in prime time tonight. And the numbers on Sam Darnold continue to just boggle the mind. 13 of 13, 229 yards, 4 touchdowns.
And we have 4.5 minutes left in the half.
Oh, and by the way, Cooper Kupp is not playing tonight. We were all wondering, how is this going to affect the passing game with 3 of the top 5 Seattle wide receivers down? The answer, it didn't. Deebo Samuel from the goal line, straight ahead across the 15. He's out to the 20, 25, to the 30-yard line, and Samuel to about the 31, maybe the 32, before he is wrapped up and thrown backwards.
By the way, 4 touchdown passes for Sam and none to Smith and Jigba. And I hate to give this stat, but in Washington's 5 losses, they've allowed 25 points or more. In their 3 wins, they've allowed less than 25 points. Seattle has 28.
So you're telling me this is a bad sign?
That's a bad omen right now.
How about the last 2 games? Washington's been outscored 72-29. He was tacked on 28 more. Now it's 100-29 in the last 2.5 games. Daniels back in the shotgun, single back to his right. Here's the snap. Daniels back, looking left, under pressure, steps up in the pocket, moving right. He'll run across the 35. High steps his way to about the 38 before Witherspoon can make an ankle tackle. And that'll bring up second down and about 3 for Washington.
And we see him pull the ball down a lot tonight. He actually had Chris Moore open, but ended up pulling the ball down and taking over and running. I don't know if he has a lot of trust in the receivers downfield.
Gain of 7 on the run, second down and 3. Pistol formation now with McNichols, the running back, receivers left and right. Moore goes in motion from right to left. Daniels gets the snap, holds it out, gives it to McNichols, slicing left to the hash mark, spins off the pile and picks up the first down as he gets out to about the 43-yard line. It was actually Chris Rodriguez on the carry. Derek Hall wrapped him up, and a much-needed first down for the Commanders.
As a former D lineman, I can't tell you how impressed I am with the Seattle D line and how they play off the O-line blocks. There is nowhere for the back to run, no holes to hit.
First down and 10, Washington changing personnel. Deebo Samuel coming back in. Clock moving down to 3:13 to go in the first half. Rodriguez remains the running back. Daniels will line up in the shotgun. First and 10, Commanders from their own 43. Daniels gets the snap. He'll hand it off. Rodriguez again. Right hash, big hole, 50, and into Seattle territory, down close to the 45. Ernest Jones made the stop. The back-to-back running plays there for Washington, and Chris Rodriguez, the third stringer, finding some room to roam.
And as soon as I say I'm impressed with the D-line, they rip off an 11-yard run.
Good timing by you as always. 12-yard pickup, first down and 10 from the Seahawks 45. Shotgun snap, Daniels, quick throw over the middle, caught by Samuel, right into the sticks. It should be good enough for a first down. Ty Okada, who had the interception earlier, makes the stop. It'll depend on the spot. It looks like they're going to mark him just shy of the first down, so officially a gain of 9. Commanders will stay in this no-huddle offense.
Those are the routes to hit Deebo Samuel, though, with, so he can run after the catch because he can make big plays.
Samuel just 3 catches for 11 yards on Monday night against Kansas City. Second down and a yard. Daniels lines up in the shotgun, single back to his left. Traylon Burks just up off the practice squad, goes in motion from left to right. Daniels gets the snap. He will hand it off to Rodriguez, who plows straight ahead for a first down, keeps those legs moving along the right hash. And he's down to the 33-yard line, and that will be a first down. As the clock ticks under 2 minutes, it stops at 1:57 to go, which means we have reached the 2-minute warning. Sponsored by Uline. Success in sports starts with the fundamentals. Uline's fundamentals are quality-tested shipping and industrial products always in stock and ready to ship today. That's Uline. Seahawks 28, Commanders nothing. You're listening to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One. Hi, this is Ryan Radke of Westwood One Sports. I love cooking at home, making all of my favorite dishes. But the downside is getting smells and stains stuck in my clothes, which my old detergent couldn't get out. My saving grace is Tide. It's boosted to be cleaner, whiter, brighter, and fresher versus Tide Simply. I noticed such a difference in the clean that now I wear whatever I want while I'm cooking. Try Tide. It's boosted. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide.
Whatever your vision for holiday decorating, the Home Depot has what you need to bring it to life. Like our warm white holiday lights with steady lit technology, so your lights stay glowing even if one bulb fails. Whether you're going for a soft, warm glow or a colorful display of holiday cheer, choose from our wide variety of holiday lights starting at $5 in store only. Find everything you need to get your holidays started with the Home Depot.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
A reminder to stay with us for the Sunday Night Football halftime report with Scott Graham. Scott will check all the scores and highlights from Week 9 of the NFL season. That's coming up at the half. wild games around the NFL today. None more so than that Chicago-Cincinnati game that ended 47-42.
Cincinnati has scored 38 and 42 in the last 2 weeks and lost. And by the way, congratulations to Cam Little from Jacksonville. Set the NFL record with a 68-yard field goal. That means they reached the 50-yard line. He's in field goal range.
Well, we've talked about it all year that we really think we're going to see a 70-yard field goal. We both think Brandon Aubrey is going to be the guy to do it. But it was Little in preseason who hit the 70-yarder.
That's exactly right.
And he hit that today. And you know what? Turned out to be big. Jacksonville hung on, won by 1 in overtime. Raiders went for 2, didn't get it. And Jacksonville picks up the win on the road. They go to 5-3 on the season. Meanwhile, the Commanders finally have a drive going here. They've got the ball down to the Seahawks 33, 1st and 10. They're down 28-0. Chris Rodriguez has been in on this drive. He's got 3 carries for 19 yards. The rest of the team tonight, 11 carries, 39 yards. 2 receivers left, single man to the right. Daniels back in the shotgun with Rodriguez to his left. Here's the snap. Daniels pump fake to his left, throws left. That's caught by Jalen Lane inside the 20 and down to the 18. So they pump fake the screen to Deebo Samuel, then threw inside to Jalen Lane. Kobe Bryant finally made the stop, but a nice play down to the 18-yard line.
That's a nice call by Cliff Kingsbury, the offensive coordinator. And really, Washington needs a score here because remember, they won the toss and took the ball. So Seattle starts with the ball in the 3rd quarter.
Gain of 15 on the play, 1st down and 10. Commanders in the red zone at the Seahawks 18-yard line, near side left hash. Daniels in the shotgun. He's got Rodriguez to his left. 2 tight ends to the right side of the formation. Here's the snap. Daniels will hand it off. Rodriguez straight ahead, spins his way to the 15, leans forward, and he's down to the 13-yard line. That'll be 5 more for Rodriguez. And now a timeout will be taken. I think Mike McDonald took that timeout. So the Seahawks spend their first timeout with 1:09 remaining here in the first half. Every Westwood One football broadcast is once again available on all Alexa-enabled devices. Just say Open Westwood One Sports. You'll be taken straight to the action. That's Open Westwood One Sports to listen on Alexa.
Yeah. Mike McDonald trying to maybe save a little bit of time.
Well, heck, the way his offense has been going, he figures he's 1 snap away from scoring again.
Absolutely. So. Short passes, long passes, wide runs. It's all been working for Seattle. And you got a quarterback as hot as Sam Darnold is right now. You want to give him as many opportunities as possible.
No doubt. Meanwhile, Washington finally going to that running game and finding some success. Now, I should point out, I was talking about their overall numbers this year. You mentioned they've not been great the last couple of games. You are going up against a Seattle defense that has given up less than 76 yards per game on the ground this year. They're also number 1 in the NFL in yards per carry, just over 3 yards a carry. Well, they have done a really good job this year against opposing running games. And you talked about the way they fit those gaps, Mike. Just always seem to be sound in what they're doing.
Really are. Very, very disciplined. Hats off to Mike McDonald, defensive coach, as a head coach now, coaching that. The discipline there probably hasn't really been a defense like that since a guy named Dan Quinn was the coordinator for the Legion of Boom in Seattle.
Ernest Jones came off the field. It looks like they're looking at his right leg. Meanwhile, a 2nd down and 5 for the Commanders from the Seattle 13. Daniels in the shotgun. He's got Rodriguez in the backfield with him. Here's the snap. Daniels looking, under pressure, rolling left, and he's just going to throw it away incomplete. McNichols was running down the left sideline, but Daniels had pressure coming from Nick Emanwari. And now that'll bring up 3rd down and 5. Clock stop with 1:04 to go.
Chenna Nwosu had great coverage on McNichols there. That was a wheel route by McNichols. And Nwosu had him all locked up.
By the way, I was just going to follow up on your point. Seattle is allowing 4.7 yards per play. It's the fewest by Seattle since 2014 when Dan Quinn was their defensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
Daniels back in the shotgun now. 2 receivers right, single man left. McNichols the running back. Here's the snap. Daniels back, looking, moving to his right. Daniels going to tuck it and run down to the 10, down to the 5, angling out to the sideline, looking for the pylon. And he is knocked out of bounds at the 1. So Jaden Daniels running out to the right, picks up 12, does not get into the end zone. But he puts Washington on the doorstep with 56 seconds to go here in the 2nd quarter.
And he made a smart business decision going out of bounds because there was a defender coming up to really put a hit on him, and he broke it outside and said, okay, we'll go to the one, and I'm going to let somebody else get that score or not have to run over somebody to get there.
Commanders now changing personnel. They'll go into the huddle. Seattle is also changing personnel. Leonard Williams coming out of the game. Daniels will line up in the shotgun. He's got Rodriguez to his right. Here's the snap. Quarterback keep. Daniels running left and strolls into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jaden Daniels with a 1-yard touchdown run, a much-needed score for the Commanders, and they're on the board with 53 seconds to go in the first half. It's now the Seahawks 28, the Commanders 6, and the PAT coming up.
Well, again, we know how Jaden Daniels' hamstring is feeling, and he may have stopped a lot of fans from who were thinking about leaving to see if they were going to score before the half. Try and get something out of it, because again, now Seattle will get the ball, and then Seattle gets the ball to start the third.
Second touchdown run of the year for Jaden Daniels. Matt Gay, a perfect 18 of 18 on PATs this year. Tressway will hold Tyler Ott with the snap. It's perfect. Ball down. The kick is up, and it is good. Gay remains perfect, and it's a 28-7 Seattle lead with 53 seconds to go here in half number one. We'll step aside. You're listening to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One.
Think Verizon, the best 5G network, is expensive? Think again. Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store today, and we'll give you a better deal. Now, what to do with your unwanted bills? Maybe turn them into paper airplanes headed to See Ya Never AT&T and T-Mobile. Jokes aside, the best 5G network has you covered with the most ways to save on plans, streaming, and phone deals. So bring in your bill to your local Verizon store today, and we'll give you a better deal. Rankings based on root metrics we score report dated 1H2025. Your results may vary. Must provide a postpaid consumer mobile bill dated within the past 45 days. Bill must be in the same name as the person redeeming the deal. Additional terms apply.
When I wake up
The best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
I pull on my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Why pay more for a great shave? Choose Barbasol, America's #1 brand of shaving cream. Barbasol's instant thick lather gives you a close, comfortable shave at a trusted value.
Barbasol. Time now for the opening kickoff.
From kickoff to the final whistle, hear Westwood One's exclusive play-by-play of every primetime NFL game.
Great job pushing for the first down. That is a first down. First and goal at the 3.
NFL play-by-play lives on Westwood One.
In overtime. 4-man front. Receiver in motion. Low snap. He runs and he throws. Caught. Touchdown. It's caught.
Westwood One, the home of NFL play-by-play.
30, the 20, far side 10. Touchdown.
Listen live on the Westwood One Sports app.
Each weekend on NFL Insider, Westwood One's Scott Graham goes beyond the headlines to bring you closer to the action. He's joined by guests from around the league, plus NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport. If you miss NFL Insider Live, you can now listen each week on demand at westwoodonesports.com.
I love listening to Scott.
Who doesn't love listening to Scott Graham?
I enjoy listening to Scott more than, well, never mind.
Thanks for not finishing that sentence.
Yep.
Really appreciate that. When's your next week off again? So Matt Gay will kick it away. 53 seconds to go here in the first half. The Seahawks still have 2 timeouts, Mike, and the way their offense has been going, plenty of time for them to try to add on here before halftime. And as you mentioned, they will get the ball to start the second half.
Absolutely. And a lot of times you'll see how that first play goes to see if you continue. But with 2 timeouts in almost a minute, I would definitely think they're going to be going for it.
Cody White, George Holani back deep to return the Gay kickoff. End over end kick. Holani will take it near side, just outside the numbers of the 4. Across the 10 to the 15, up to the 20, 25. He gets cracked down. Boy, a big hit put on to knock down George Holani. And that was Tyler Owens that made it. So the Seahawks will start at their own 25, 49 seconds to go and 2 timeouts.
Let's see if Washington defense now can build on the offense's momentum, stop Seattle, and listen, you're still down 21, but to go in with any sign of life at halftime, it's going to be a positive.
First down and 10 officially from the 24. Darnold in the shotgun, Walker to his right, 2 receivers right, single man left. Darnold motions with his hands out to either side of the formation. Lifts his right leg, waits, gets the shotgun snap. He's back to pass, looks, throws over the middle, wide open. Smith-Njigba 40, angles left 45, and an ankle tackle takes him down. Smith-Njigba pops back up. Clock will continue to run. 37 seconds to go. Darnell Savage made the tackle, and that was a touchdown-saving tackle after a gain of 20. Darnold back in the shotgun. Walker to his left. Here's the snap. Darnold back, looks right, throws right, got a man. That's Barner, the tight end, up near midfield. He gets upended by Seymour still, and now the Seahawks will take timeout. So A.J. Barner made that catch up to the 50, a gain of 6. And a timeout taken by McDonald with 20 seconds to go. Seahawks still have one timeout, and they are nearing field goal range.
So Jason Myers' career long is 61 yards. That would mean getting the ball to about the 43, which they're not too about, 7 yards away from that?
Yeah, and I did watch him in warm-ups, Mike, kicking this direction from 61. He missed the first one short. The second one hit the crossbar.
I was too busy talking to 50 Cent.
Yeah, I know. You and Fitty were talking about your upcoming collab.
Yeah, we're going to remake Into Club.
You got a lot of...
Sorry.
When's the last time you were in a club, by the way? Darnold lines up in the shotgun, trips left, including Smith and Jigba, who goes in motion to the right. Darnold waits in the shotgun, takes the snap, back to pass. Darnold looking, pump fakes, going deep, right side. Smith and Jigba makes the catch, and he's taken down on the sideline, out of bounds with 13 seconds to go. Another perfect throw by Sam Darnold right onto the fingertips of Jackson Smith and Jigba. Jonathan Jones was in coverage all the way down to the Washington 23.
Listen, Sam is absolutely on fire, but one of the reasons is he's not getting touched. This offensive line has only given up 9 sacks this year. That's tied for second best in the NFL, but he is absolutely laying it on the money.
They are going to take a look at this play. This Close Shave Instant Replay Review is sponsored by Barbasol Shaving Cream. Why pay more for gels when Barbasol delivers an instant thick lather for a close, comfortable shave? Choose Barbasol, a quality shave and trusted value.
Not really sure why they're taking a look at it.
I wonder, Mike, if they're looking if he actually came down inbounds instead of out of bounds.
Well, but he had, when he caught it, he had 2 feet.
But then Seattle would have to use a timeout to avoid the runoff. Because if he was down inbounds, the clock should have kept running.
Kept running, right.
So that would mean either a 10-second runoff or Seattle has to burn that last timeout. Because you're right. I don't think there's any question about the catch.
No.
Certainly had it 2 feet in bounds. I didn't see a bobble.
No, there wasn't a bobble. He had control.
Well, if it stands the way it is, Jackson Smith in Jigba is approaching 100 yards. They've got him right now at 6 catches for 93 yards.
So he got 2 feet in, and then he stepped out of bounds before his knee hit. So I'm going to say he was out of bounds, and I have not been wrong in my career. So
yes, last week you were wrong for the 7th time this season, but magically the first time in your life.
Yeah.
Still would like to have your wife, Chris, chime in on that topic at some point. It doesn't look like there's any doubt that Smith and Jigba was out of bounds.
Yeah, it really, really does. Got both feet in, had control, and then his right foot went out of bounds before his knee hit inbounds.
They are taking a long look at this. Well, Bill Vinovich is about to get off the headset. I'm sure they're taking a look at the clock as well. Would they say Shin was down in bounds?
Could be. Yeah, could
After review, the runner was down inbounds. Yeah. By rule, the clock should be running, and there's a 10-second runoff. Neither team is elected to take a timeout. Please reset the game clock for 3 seconds, and the whine on my whistle.
Boy, I'm surprised Seattle wouldn't take a timeout.
Well, I agree.
Why would you not take that last timeout and give yourself 13 seconds instead of just kicking right here? That's well. Now I think Mike McDonald is saying, "No, I want the timeout."
Yeah, if clock's gonna start on his whistle, I would think he would.
Seattle.
So he started the clock, and then Seattle called the timeout with 3 seconds to go. There were 5 seconds when Vinovich started the clock. It went to 3, and then Seattle called the timeout. I don't understand. We got to the same ending that we thought we'd get to.
Anyway, since they've given Smith and Jigba the catch, he's now officially 7 catches, 119 yards. That is his 6th 100-yard receiving game this year. That already ties a Seattle single-season record held by Steve Largent. And whenever you're mentioned with Steve Largent in Seahawks lore, you're doing something right.
Yeah, back in '79 is when he had the 6 games.
And he is already approaching 1,000 yards on the season. So Jason Myers is on for the try. It'll be a 41-yard attempt for Myers. They're trying to give Seattle 31 first-half points. Snap, spot. Myers' kick is on the way, and it is right down the middle and good. And the Seattle Seahawks will go to the locker room with a 28-point, make it a 24-point halftime lead. A reminder, for every field goal made tonight and throughout the season, Barbasol will make a donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol shaving cream, an American original for over 100 years. Close Shave America, Close Shave Barbasol. 31-7 Seattle going in at halftime.
Boy, interesting what Dan Quinn has to say to his team at halftime. You know, they did score their last drive of the half. Going to be a lot of play with pride talk.
No doubt about that. End of the first half here in Landover with the score. The Seahawks 31, the Commanders 7. When we return, Scott Graham rejoins us from our studios with the halftime report. You're listening to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One.
Time now for the opening kickoff.
From kickoff to the final whistle, hear Westwood One's exclusive play-by-play of every primetime NFL game.
Great job pushing for the first down. That is a first down. First and goal at the 3.
NFL play-by-play lives on Westwood One.
In overtime. 4-man front. Receiver in motion. Low snap. He runs and he throws. Caught. Touchdown. It's caught.
Westwood One, the home of NFL play-by-play.
30, the 20, far side 10. Touchdown.
Listen live on the Westwood One Sports app.
What's the impact of hiring the right person for the job? Someone who simply doesn't fill a role but elevates it. Indeed sponsored jobs can help you connect with candidates who have the right experience and a proven track record. Find people who don't just complete tasks, they transform how work gets done. Don't leave hiring to chance. Sponsor your job posting on Indeed and match with the right candidates. Sponsor your job at Indeed.com/credit.
From the Progressive Insurance Studios, welcome back to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One. Progressive offers auto, home, and commercial auto insurance, plus a variety of business insurance options. Visit Progressive.com today. Once again, here's your host, Scott Graham.
From our Westwood One studios, halftime right now in Landover, and it was a tsunami in the second quarter. Seattle all over Washington at halftime by a score of 31-7. What happened earlier today in the NFL? Well, it was KC and Buffalo meeting again for the 10th time. Patrick Mahomes facing off with Josh Allen. Buffalo had enough offense in this ball game to coast through the fourth quarter without scoring, and their defense needed to hold late to avoid a Patrick Mahomes miracle.
Crowd is whipped into a frenzy. Mahomes in a shotgun. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Here's the snap. Pass rush coming. Mahomes retreating. Heaves it down the field. And it's knocked down and incomplete. And that's the ball game as the Bills escape with a 28-21 victory.
It's Chris Brown on WGR Sports Radio 550 in Buffalo. Bills improved to 6-2 on the year. Kansas City sees Patrick Mahomes not throw a touchdown pass in this game. They fall to 5-4. Speaking of falling, Indianapolis fell hard today in Pittsburgh. The team that was the best team in the NFL in terms of record walked into Pittsburgh, and they ended up turning the ball over 6 times today, 5 of them courtesy of Daniel Jones. Aaron Rodgers threw a touchdown pass. Jaylen Warren ran for a couple of scores, and Pittsburgh beat Indianapolis 27-20 today to improve to 5-3. Indy is 7-2. Denver got a walk-off field goal in Houston today. Will Lutz, a game winner from 34 yards out. They score 11 unanswered fourth quarter points, and the comeback kids do it again, beating the Texans 18-15 today. Denver's now 7-2. Houston is 3-5. New England Patriots struggled a bit today, but they got it done at home against Atlanta, winning 24-23, thanks in part to a missed extra point with under 5 minutes to go by the Atlanta Falcons and their kicker Parker Romo. Drake May threw for a couple of touchdowns. That's nothing new. New England is now continuing on this roll that they have been on. Winners of 6 in a row. Atlanta is now 3-5. And they go overseas to Germany next week to take on Indianapolis. Chargers got a win today, 27-20 over Tennessee. LA now 6-3 on the year. The Titans are 1-8. It was overtime today, Jacksonville and Las Vegas. Jacksonville scored a touchdown, so did Vegas. Raiders went for 2 on the conversion at the end of the overtime period and missed. Jacksonville wins it by a score of 30-29 today to improve to 5-3 on the year. All right, how about the crazy game, Chicago and Cincinnati today at Paycor Stadium? It looked like the game was over with 2.5 minutes to go, a blowout victory for the Bears. But Cincinnati, behind Joe Flacco, came back, scored twice to take the lead. Chicago had to come back and do something incredible in the closing seconds to take it back.
Safeties are back deep. Adunze motions left. They're blitzing. It's picked up. Caleb throws. Middle of the field. Loveland catch. Breaks away at the 30. Loveland 20. Loveland 10. Loveland end zone. Touchdown Bears. Colston Loveland on a throw by Caleb Williams on the blitz with 17 seconds to go. And the Bears reclaim the lead. 47-42. It's a 58-yard strike to the Michigan rookie.
Jeff Joniak, and yes, that was Tom Thayer on the Chicago Bears radio network. 47-42 the final. Chicago now 5-3 on the year. Carolina stunned Green Bay today. Ryan Fitzgerald, a game-winning 49-yard field goal as time expired at Lambeau Field. And Carolina wins it by a score of 16-13. Meantime, Minnesota going on the road to Detroit today, and they got themselves a win. J.J. McCarthy makes his return, responsible for 3 touchdowns and a 27-24 victory. Minnesota now 4-4. Detroit falls to 5-3. San Francisco beat the New York Giants today at the Meadowlands 34-24. A couple of scores for Christian McCaffrey in this game, who ran for 106 yards. Mac Jones, in at quarterback once again, throws a couple of touchdowns. San Francisco is 6-3. The Giants fall to 2-7. And for the Rams today, Matthew Stafford, it was all about him throwing the ball, and he did. 281 yards passing and 4 touchdowns, or numbers not unlike what Sam Darnold has put up here in the first half. Rams beat New Orleans 34-10 today. L.A. is now 6-2 on the year. Tyler Shuck got his first start for the Saints. He threw for 176 yards and a touchdown, but New Orleans is now 1-8. Our halftime score, Seattle 31, Washington 7. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
LinkedIn gets B2B marketing and knows that every win is derived from a well-orchestrated play. With LinkedIn ads, every ad gets served to the MVPs you need. LinkedIn has grown to a network of over 1 billion professionals that you can reach based on job title, industry, and more. Start converting your B2B audience into high-quality leads today. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Just go to linkedin.com/campaign. That's linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply. Only on LinkedIn ads.
Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company. They're one of America's largest financial services companies. Like how I'm more than Saquon Barkley, the NFL's reigning leading rusher. I'm also the NFL's leading husher. Shh, hush up back there. Wow, I might have just set the hushing record. Well, almost. For your insurance and financial needs, Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Investment Services Corporation, member FINRA, Columbus, Ohio.
Hey there. You hear that? Right, you don't. That's what it's like to order food for your workplace with EasyCater. No hold music while you wait to place your order. No tapping as you type in special dietary instructions or long, complicated searches for options in your budget. No crinkling of paper receipts. Just...
Dang, these are some tasty sandwiches.
EasyCater, the better way to order food for work. Order now at easycater.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for Sunday Night Football.
iconic moments in the game's history.
The tuck rule, ladies and gentlemen.
That's a joke. That's a joke.
The tuck rule, unless Adam Vinatieri misses a chip shot, is going to put the New England Patriots in the AFC Championship game.
And I would not want to know who that official is upstairs that made that call on the tuck rule. What page might that be in? I had a 55 Chevy that was tuck and roll. I've seen divers tuck.
I've heard of Friar tuck.
I've heard of Friar tuck, but I've never heard of the tuck rule.
In all, Bob was in the booth for NBC TV and network radio from 1978 until 2007. His last 7 seasons at the mic were right here on Westwood One. He won the Pete Rozelle Award in 2014 for longtime exceptional contributions to radio and television in professional football. And he had a big picture perspective on his life as a broadcaster and a player.
I thought I was a football player went into broadcasting, when in fact, as a couple of friends told me, you know, maybe you were a broadcaster that happened to start playing in the NFL. And that changed my entire perspective about these last 40 years, 10 playing, 30 broadcasting.
Bob Trumpy, a unique man, a life, and a career, 2 of them, in fact, well-lived. Our halftime score, Seattle 31, Washington 7. When we return, Ryan Radke and Mike Golick will have the second half kickoff. You're listening to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One.
That's the sound of James adding long-lasting Gain scent boosters to his laundry this morning. Several hours later, James sniffs the irresistible scent of Gain on his shirt. Gain. Several hours later, James has even caught the attention of his mother-in-law, and she never gives him attention.
Ooh, you smell amazing, James.
Oh, thanks, Mom. I love you, too.
I never said that.
Add Gain scent boosters to your laundry. Add joy to your day.
It felt like nobody really cared.
Real people.
Every kid out there should be able to see themselves as a hero.
With real questions.
Can someone lie? Yes, absolutely. How do you respond to that?
Investigate TV Plus uncovers real problems, issues that affect us all.
He took his last breath in my arms.
This costed me my childhood.
If this doesn't change, will people get hurt? Honestly, it saves my life.
Investigate TV Plus. Check local listings at investigatetv.com. Sponsored by Gray Media.
Ryan Radke, Mike Golick back in Landover, Maryland, where at halftime the Seattle Seahawks have a 31-7 lead over the Washington Commanders. Time to check the halftime stats, sponsored by Indeed. Ready to find the right candidates for your job posting? Indeed Sponsored Jobs helps connect you with talent that actually matches what you're looking for. Start at Indeed.com/credit. Well, the Seattle Seahawks had 330 yards of total offense in that first half, outgaining Washington 330-140. Seattle with 15 first downs to Washington's 9. The Seahawks were 5 of 5 on third down. Individually, Sam Darnold pitching a perfect game. He is 16 of 16, 282 yards and 4 touchdowns. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 7 catches, 119 yards. Torrey Horton had a couple of touchdown catches, and Cody White, just up off the practice squad, had his first NFL touchdown. Meanwhile, Jaden Daniels, 7 of 11, 64 yards and an interception. Daniels had 7 carries for 37 yards and the lone TD for the Commanders. But a dominant performance by Seattle, up 31-7, Mike, and they will get the ball to start the second half.
So do I dare talk about the NFL record for starting a game with consecutive completions?
Do it.
2018, Phillip Rivers against the Arizona Cardinals, 25.
Nick Foles at one point.
Nick Foles
had a start.
In 2018 as well.
Wow. Well, last week, it must be us, because last week we saw Jordan Love complete 20 in a row.
Right.
So it must be us.
Yeah. Yeah, well, let's go with that.
Time now for the start of the second half, sponsored by Gray Media. Real people, real problems, of which Sam Darnold has none, real solutions. Investigate TV Plus is back with all new stories that impact you. Watch now or check local listings at investigatetv.com and their free streaming apps.
I certainly hope I didn't give the announcers jinx.
I was going to say, there is now like a 98% chance that Sam Darnold's first pass of the second half is incomplete.
Because he has 9 more to go to tie it, so I may have been premature.
Matt Gay will kick it off. George Holani and Cody White are back deep to return. Gay waiting for the ready for play signal. He's got it. Takes a deep breath on the approach, and here's the kickoff. End over end. Halani moving to his left, has it on the near hash marks, bobbles it, trying to pick it up, finally does it to the 10, across the 15 to the 20, and he gets slammed down there. So an eventful start. George Halani with that ball bouncing off his hands. He is able to pick it up. Jeremy Reeves with the special teams tackle. And here comes that Seattle offense to start near their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10, leading 31-7.
Well, let's see if a halftime speech by Dan Quinn or any of the players in there had any motivating factors.
Receivers left and right. 1st down and 10. Darnold under center. Kenneth Walker is the lone running back. Ricky White in motion from right to left. Handoff Walker running left, looking for a lane, and he doesn't find much. Gets about a yard out to the 20-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd down and 9. Jacob Martin with the tackle. Well, Mike, I'm sure you've been in locker rooms like this when you're down big at halftime. How do coaches treat a situation like this?
It's either very quiet and you're just going over mistakes, or it gets very loud and you're trying to mentally build everybody back up. But normally, when you're down this much, there's a lot of mistakes or corrections to make, and halftime's so short, you have to get those in.
2nd down 9 from the 20. Darnold in the shotgun. Walker to his left. Slot right. Single man left. Smith and Jigba is that slot receiver to the right. Darnold gets the shotgun snap. Back to pass. Looks right. Looks left. Now throws. Got a man open. That's Barner on the left side hash. And he spins his way close to a 1st down. Looks like maybe just a little bit short. Needed to get to the 29. And it looks like they're going to say a gain of 8 to bring up 3rd and 1.
Yeah, it's definitely just short. This would be a big, big stop for Washington.
They have not stopped the Seahawks on 3rd down yet. Seahawks are 5 of 5 on 3rd down in the ball game. And coming into tonight, they were only 33% on 3rd down for the year. 3rd down and a yard. Charbonnet, the running back. Darnold goes under center. Oots, the fullback, motions into the backfield. Darnold takes the snap. He's back, looks right, throws a fade right side for Smith and Jigba. It is bobbled and incomplete, and there is the first incompletion. So on 3rd and a yard, they try to fade down the right side to Smith and Jigba, and that is maybe the first throw tonight that wasn't right on the money. A little bit underthrown. It'll bring up 4th and 1, and the Seahawks will punt.
So, A, I did jinx them. Sorry about that. B, I do not understand that play. I mean, you need a yard. Run the ball for a yard. And that was a first bad pass by Darnold.
Michael Dixon on to punt. Jalen Lane backing up. He will field this one around his own 17. Starts to his right, makes the first man miss, and then an ankle tackle brings him down. Jalen Lane looking for room to run. Looked like he might have a little bit, but tripped up around the 20-yard line. So a 54-yard punt for Dixon, and a short return before Drake Thomas made the tackle on special teams. So Washington gets the stop. Now we'll see what their offense can do here, trailing 31-7 with 13-19 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Well, again, Washington's last drive of the half, they did put it in the end zone. Let's see if they can build on that.
Ernest Jones left late in the first half with a knee injury. Report from the Seattle locker room, he is done for the night. Jones, the leading tackler for the Seahawks. 1st down and 10, Washington at its own 21. Pistol formation, 2 receivers left, 2 tight ends right. Daniels gets the snap. He'll hand it off. Krosky Merritt running right, gets away from a tackle in the backfield, cuts it up along the numbers. He's over the 25 and out to the 26-yard line. That'll be a gain of 5. Devin Witherspoon, the tackle. Looked like Nwosu maybe had the shot at him in the backfield and missed. 2nd down and 5 coming up for the Commanders.
Commanders actually had 76 yards rushing in the first half. That's more than Seattle's been giving up an entire game.
Daniels gets the shotgun snap. He's back to throw on 2nd and 5. Rush coming, steps up, lobs one down the field. He's got a man, and it's caught. That's Zach Ertz across midfield and knocked out of bounds by Eman Worry. So Jaden Daniels stepping up in the pocket, floats one down the field to Zach Ertz. Out of bounds in Seattle territory at the 49.
One of the big things of Jaden Daniels being able to buy time in the pocket. It gives more time for routes to develop. That's exactly what happened there. Just floated that one to Ertz. Excellent throw.
25-yard gain. 1st and 10 Commanders at the Seattle 49. Daniels in the shotgun with Krosky Merritt to his left. 2 receivers stack right, single man to the left. Daniels brings a receiver in motion from the right. That's Jalen Lane. Takes the snap. He'll hand it off. Krosky Merritt straight ahead along the right hash. And Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt takes his carry down close to the 45-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4. That'll bring up 2nd down and 6, and the Commanders going no huddle as they have most of the night.
And their rushing game looks like more the rushing game instead of the last 3 games of when they were tied for 3rd in the league.
Officially a game of 3, 2nd down and 7. Daniels in the shotgun. Gets the snap. He's back to pass. Pumps to his right. Rush coming. Daniels hit. Wrapped up. He's going nowhere except to the ground. Jaron Reed was in there. Leonard Williams was in there. And Jaden Daniels is sacked to bring up 3rd down.
First sack of the game by either team. Seattle comes in with 23 sacks, tied for 5th in the league.
Well, Mike, you talked about this a lot last week when we were in Pittsburgh. That rush up the middle, keeping the quarterback in the pocket makes it so much tougher on those guys.
Absolutely. Quarterbacks hate garbage around their legs if they can't step into a throw or step up in the pocket.
Loss is 7 to bring up 3rd and 13. Commanders go empty, trips left, 2 receivers right, shotgun snap, Daniels back, blitz coming, throws short left, incomplete. Down at the feet of Deebo Samuel. Even if he caught it, it was only going to be about a 4-yard completion. And that'll bring out Tress Way to punt.
Good pressure from the outside. It wasn't blocked at all. That was supposed to be a quick pass, but just got in the face of Jaden Daniels a little too quick.
Torrey Horton will come on to punt. And Derek Hall, just a free run off the edge. Yeah. And Jaden Daniels. So Tress Way to punt. Horton waiting just inside the 10-yard line. Way, the left footer, spent his entire career in a Washington uniform, gets a chest-high snap. They almost got to him as he gets it away, an end-over-end kick. Horton signals for a fair catch, and he's got it at his own 12-yard line. And that's where Seattle will have it 1st and 10 when we return. 10:50 to go, 3rd quarter. Seahawks 31, Commanders 7. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
FanDuel, America's #1 sports book, is coming to Missouri. On December 1st, you'll finally be able to bet on all your favorite teams and all your favorite sports. With FanDuel, there's tons of ways for you to get in on the action. You can bet on everything from the money line to over-unders to which team will win it all. Plus, with live betting, you can even pick which player will score the next touchdown and the one after that. See for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sports book. FanDuel, play your game. Must be 21 plus and present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You didn't start a business just to keep the lights on. You're here to sell more today than yesterday. You're here to win. Lucky for you, Shopify built the best converting checkout on the planet. Like the just one tapping, ridiculously fast acting, sky-high sales stacking, champion of checkouts. That's the good stuff right there. So if your business is in it to win it, win with Shopify. Start your free trial today at shopify.com/win.
You want Black Friday prices without the Black Friday crowds. Lowe's gets it. We check the calendar, and Christmas is coming early. $99 is all you need to grab your favorite select 7-foot pre-lit artificial Christmas tree for the holiday season. And don't sweat what gifts to get Dad, because we've got up to 40% off select tools and accessories. That's how Lowe's celebrates Black Friday early. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
LinkedIn gets B2B marketing and knows that every win is derived from a well-orchestrated play. With LinkedIn ads, every ad gets served to the MVPs you need. LinkedIn has grown to a network of over 1 billion professionals that you can reach based on job title, industry, and more. Start converting your B2B audience into high-quality leads today. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Just go to linkedin.com/campaign. That's linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply. Only on LinkedIn ads.
Ryan Radke, Mike Golick here in the Grainger broadcast booth in Landover, Maryland. At work, every day is game day. Give your crew an edge with Grainger. You'll find supplies and solutions for every industry when you call, clickgrainger.com, or just stop by. 31-7, Seahawks on top, 10:50 to go in the 3rd quarter. Seahawks will start this drive at their own 12-yard line, 1st down and 10. Sam Darnold, 17 of 18, 290 yards, 4 touchdowns in the game. Completed his first 17 throws before trying a deep shot on that 3rd and 1 play that was underthrown, intended for Jackson Smith-Njigba, who has 7 catches for 119 yards tonight, his 6th 100-yard game of the year. Darnold under center on 1st and 10. Slot right, single man left. Barner, the tight end, flexes off the right end of the line. Here's the snap. Darnold back on a play fake. Rolling right, looks back, throws deep left. Smith-Njigba is open. It's incomplete. And that's back-to-back throws that were off the mark. And now a late penalty flag is thrown.
Boy, was that late.
Smith-Njigba was open.
Pass interference. Defense number 31. Spot foul. Automatic first down.
And the ball was thrown behind, so as Smith-Njigba started to slow up for it, the defender,
Jonathan Jones,
ran into him.
Wow.
Boy, oh boy, that was awfully close.
Yeah, I'm not exactly on board with that one either.
Yeah. Slow motion, you could see he definitely pinned his left arm down just a hair before the ball got there, but boy, oh boy.
So move it up to the 40-yard line, 1st down and 10. 2 receivers right, single man left. Darnold under center. Walker is the single back. Darnold changing something at the line of scrimmage now. Here's the snap. He'll turn, hand it off Walker, running left to the numbers, and isn't able to get much. Falls forward, got about a half yard. Sheldon Day, the veteran just off the practice squad, made the tackle. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 9.
Boy, tough call for Washington. As last series, they got their first stop of the game on Seattle. It looked like it may have been going that route again until that penalty.
Injuries continue to mount for Washington. Marshawn Lattimore, a knee injury, is questionable to return. 2nd down 9. Seahawks at their own 41. Darnold under center. He's got Charbonnet in the backfield. Walker will split out as one of 2 receivers to the left. Horton is the single man to the right, and a timeout taken by Seattle. There was confusion there.
Yeah.
You could see Walker looking at the sideline, almost asking, where do you want me?
Yeah, he wasn't sure. It doesn't seem like he was too sure about the play.
So Seattle will take time with exactly 10 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Well, from jerseys to tailgating must-haves and more fan favorites, find everything you need to gear up for the game at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. So the Seattle offense will try to get on the same page here before this 2nd down and 9 play. By the way, that pass interference was the 6th penalty of the night against Washington for 78 yards. So whether we agree with it or not, it's been a factor in them getting into this big hole.
It has. As you've not been the better team tonight, you've been shooting yourself in the foot with some penalties to boot.
But doesn't it just feel like this, though, when things start going wrong? I mean, everything starts going
piles
wrong.
Up. Everything kind of
the
piles up.
The injuries pile up. The penalties pile up.
Then you kind of get that attitude out there of what's the next shoe to drop.
Yeah, you're waiting for what's going to go wrong.
Yeah.
2nd down 9. Darnold in the shotgun with Walker to his left. 2 receivers to the right. Smith-Njigba goes in motion outside the numbers. Darnold wants the shotgun snap, hands in front of his chest. He's got it back to pass, looks right, throws right, caught by Horton, who's hit immediately at the 45 and taken down right there. That was Trey Amos. He was banged up in the first half, but makes a nice tackle there on Torrey Horton. It'll be a gain of about 4, maybe 5, and now 3rd down coming up.
Well, this would be big for the Washington defense if they could get 2 stops in a row.
3rd down and 4. From the 46-yard line, Seahawks break the huddle, come to the line of scrimmage with Darnold in the shotgun. 3 receivers left, including Smith-Njigba. 2 receivers stacked right, including the tight end Barner. Darnold looks over the defense. Looks out to his left side, lifts his right leg. Shotgun snap down by his knees. He's got it back to pass, looking left, double clutches, moves left, throws over the middle. Intercepted! Sainristil still picked it off. Darnold with a late throw across the middle, trying to get it to Cody White. And Mike Sainristil has his 3rd interception of the year. Not a good decision by Darnold, and Washington makes him pay.
So that was a rolling left quarterback trying to lead a receiver that was running to the right. And he just threw it flat out, threw it behind him right to Sainristil. Bad decision by Darnold there.
So Washington gets the turnover. It is the 5th interception thrown this year by Darnold. And the Commanders will have good field position. They're actually respotting the ball as we speak. They'll move it back to about the Washington 47.
Well, just a bit of life for Washington. Let's see what they can do with it.
1st down and 10, Commanders at their own 47. Daniels lines up in the shotgun, single running back to his left. Deebo Samuel goes in motion from left to right. They're going to hand it off to Samuel. He runs back to the left, looking for some running room, and he doesn't find much. Gets up to about midfield And is knocked out of bounds. A host of blue jerseys, including Byron Murphy there. Gain of 3. That'll bring up 2nd down and 7. Murphy was the guy you talked about right off the top tonight, Mike. You like the way he's playing.
Love the way he's playing, especially a pass rush for an interior lineman. We know in the last few years, Aaron Donald has been the benchmark of interior lineman rushing, but Byron Murphy came into the night with 25 pressures right near the top of interior D linemen, D tackles, and pressures.
First round pick last year out of Texas. 2nd down and 7, Commanders from midfield. Daniels in the shotgun. Rodriguez to his left, trips to the right. Here's the snap. Daniels back, looking right, steps up in the pocket, hit, gets away momentarily, now runs forward, and he's going to get all the way to the 45 before he has finally stood up. Well, that could have been a sack, but Jaden Daniels able to use his legs and get forward before Tyrese Knight could stop him about a yard shy of the first down.
Boy, yeah, where they're marking it, I think he's about three yards short, but that should have been a 3rd and 10.
Yeah, Derek Hall had a shot at him and just couldn't hang on. I mean, he had a clean shot down around his ankles, and Jaden Daniels was able to step away. So 3rd down, officially 2. Daniels in the gun, trips left. Here's the snap. Handoff Rodriguez, angling left, fighting, and he's got the first down. Turns his back, and he makes his way all the way down to the Seattle 40. So good hard running by Chris Rodriguez. Drake Thomas with the tackle.
Yeah, that was Rodriguez and Thomas. That was just one-on-one, and Rodriguez won it.
From the Seattle 41, 1st and 10. Daniels in the shotgun, gets the snap, back to pass, blitz coming. Daniels rolling right, looking down the field. He's going to tuck it and run, and he steps out of bounds on the far side at the 40-yard line. Gain of a yard. Boye Mafe ran him out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd down and 9.
Boy, that's his 9th carry. He's got a lot of confidence in his legs, and as well he should, obviously.
Well, if you weren't with us early in the game, the Commanders came out wanting to throw, but early Daniels just couldn't find anybody open. He just kept pulling it down and running himself. 9 carries, 44 yards, and a touchdown for Daniels tonight. 2nd down, 9 from the Commanders 40. Ball is on the far side right hash. Daniels in the shotgun with Rodriguez to his left. He's got receivers left and right, wings to either side.
Well, that was the first time he had a call that, and now there's a timeout by Washington.
Play clock was down to 1. And so the Commanders take their first timeout with 6:40 to go in the 3rd quarter. A 31-7 Seattle lead. Don't miss all the NFL action Thursday night on Amazon Prime Video when the Las Vegas Raiders meet the Denver Broncos. Of course, you can also hear that game right here on many of these same stations on the Westwood One Sports app or online at westwoodonesports.com.
So what Mike McDonald teaches so well on defense is disguising of who's coming up, who's at the line, but not giving it away. A lot of times the offensive quarterback will give fake signals to try and have the defense give it away. Seattle hasn't given it away tonight until that play. Daniels got him to give it away, but then he tried to change the play and ran out of time, and they had to call a timeout.
Mike McDonald, well-regarded defensive coach. Of course, was with Jim Harbaugh at Michigan. Then he went to the Ravens and was there with John Harbaugh. He got the head coaching job in Seattle.
I'd like to hear him talk about stories about Jim and John.
Oh, I'm sure there's many. Daniels back in the shotgun on 2nd down and 9. Trips left, single man right. Here's the snap, and flags fly. This is going to be another penalty against Washington.
Pre-snap. Just killers.
This will be their 7th of the night.
Offense number 86. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
It's the 2nd one on Ertz.
Yeah, 2nd time that Ertz has moved early. So move it back 5 from 2nd and 9 to 2nd and 14. And where Seattle has been able to overcome their penalties tonight, Washington has not. Boy, and Ertz that time, he was just almost like he was off balance, Mike, just kind of falling towards the line of scrimmage.
Washington's definitely in a position to use 4 downs to get the first down.
2nd down, 14. Ball at the Seahawks 45-yard line. Daniels in the shotgun, backs on either side. Chris Moore in short motion from the left. Daniels gets the snap, back against the 4-man rush, steps up in the pocket, hit, gets away momentarily, and now wrapped up and sacked again. Byron Murphy was in there. Brandon Peely was there as well. And Jaden Daniels sacked for the 2nd time on this drive. And that'll bring up 3rd down and long. It'll be a loss of about a yard on the play.
That's 5.5 sacks for Murphy this year. Again, Daniels had nowhere to go, nowhere to step up and out to. Just excellent job of rushing and maintaining rush lanes.
They'll give Murphy a half sack on the play, give Dexter Lawrence the other half. And so now 3rd down and 15. Daniels in the shotgun, trips left, single man right. Daniels gets a head-high snap. He's back to pass. Rush coming. Daniels in trouble. Hit as he throws down the right side. Knocked away, incomplete. There's a penalty flag down as well. Reek Woolen had a shot at an interception. Let's see about the marker.
And I think that's going to be holding on Washington. It's going to be on Tunsil.
Personal foul. Chop block. Offense number 26. Penalty decline. Result of the play. 4th down.
Well, we saw this call earlier in the game on Seattle, and we really didn't think it was a chop block.
Jeremy McNichols getting called for it.
So that time it was. Laramie Tunsil was engaged with the rusher, Drake Thomas. And McNichols definitely came and hit him low. He had offensive lineman had a hand on him high. Running back came and cut him low. That's the correct call.
And the rule is, if you are engaged, then you cannot block low. You can double team,
you
can't go low.
You can chip, but you cannot go low.
And all engagement really means, as you said, just have a hand on him. And you're engaged.
That's all you need. You're engaged. Yep.
So that'll bring out Tress Way to punt. Actually, no, the offense is staying on the field. 4th and 15. From the Seattle 46. Daniels back in the shotgun. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Here's the snap, 4-man rush. Daniels back, Daniels looking, Daniels in trouble, gets away, steps up, gets away again, moving to his right. He's going to run to the 40, tripped up from behind, and he goes down well shy of the 1st down. Leonard Williams just did not give up and able to trip up Jaden Daniels from behind, and the Seahawks will take over with 5:39 to go in the 3rd quarter, up 31-7. You're listening to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One.
Here's the tale of the daily Medfield. Same old pharmacy, same old bill, but those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings wrangler rode in, cool as can be. Tap Good RX, saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. Deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang. That one little app does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check Good RX. Good RX is not insurance.
Pros don't just show up. They prove how it's done. With precision and without shortcuts. Makita tools are built the same way. With a dedication to lasting quality. Trusted performance, and results that reward your effort year after year. When the job calls for the best, call on Makita. Built to be the best. Available at the Home Depot.
Looking for a fall style refresh without zapping your budget? Old Navy has the styles and the deals you and your fam need this season. From on-trend jeans to cult fave activewear to cozy sweaters, sporty fleece, and the comfiest kid and baby clothes, you'll find everyone's fall favorites at incredible prices. And you know we love a sale, so come in and save big on fall outfits for the entire family. Only at Old Navy and OldNavy.com.
Back in Landover, Maryland, where at halftime tonight, the great Art Monk was honored by the Washington Commanders. His number 81 was retired by the franchise, and it leads us to our fact of the game, sponsored by Liberty Mutual.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Liberty Mutual customizes your auto and home insurance so you only pay for what you need. Well, Art Monk was the first player in NFL history to reach 900 career receptions. He finished his career with 940. Again, another example of how the game has changed. Today, there are 29 players that have 900 or more receptions. Stephon Diggs joined the club earlier today, began the day at 899. He went past the 900 mark today. So now 29 guys with 900 or more. But, Mike, you played against Art Monk. You know what a great player he was for so many years.
Hall of Fame class of 2008 was down on the field before the game talking to Doug Williams about Art Monk. And he was, we always talk about the most smack talk is the further away from the ball you get wide receivers and DBs. He didn't say a word. class individual, both on and off the field. Congratulations to him.
Seahawks take over at their own 40-yard line, 1st and 10. Darnold under center. He'll hand it off. This is Charbonnet straight ahead. Finds a running lane across the 45. And Zach Charbonnet out to the 46 before Bobby Wagner can make the stop. That'll bring up 2nd and 4. They had a video before the game where Joe Gibbs talked about Art Monk being the quiet leader. And if you had any doubt about that, his speech at halftime was very short.
Very
and he
short.
said simply, thank you. 2nd down 4. Darnold in the shotgun with Charbonnet off to his right. Darnold lifts his right leg, gets the shotgun snap. He's back to pass, looks left, looks middle, rush coming. Darnold hit from behind, gets away momentarily. Now flips it ahead. Charbonnet makes the catch, runs outside right to the 40, down to about the 35, still going to the 34. There's a penalty flag down. Darnold hit from behind as he was going to the ground, just shoveled that one ahead to Charbonnet.
Prior to the pass, holding. Defense number 0. Penalty declined. Result of the play. Fourth down.
Holy smokes.
So Mike Sainristil still the penalty. That doesn't matter. What a play by Darnold. I wasn't even sure that he saw the rush from behind. He felt it, and as he was going down, flipped the ball ahead to Zach Charbonnet.
Great awareness. Make sure, his knee did not touch before he got that shuffle pass off.
And then Charbonnet did the rest. He made it all the way down to the 33-yard line, a gain of 21. 1st down and 10, I formation behind Darnold, 2 receivers left. Here's the snap, handoff Charbonnet, running left, hit in the backfield, spins across the line of scrimmage. And he falls forward for a yard, maybe 2. Eddie Goldman with the tackle, 2nd down and long.
Might as well keep talking about Art Monk. It may be the best part of the Washington game tonight. As Joe Gibbs also said about Monk, that he was on the leadership group for that team. Didn't talk much, but when he talked, everybody was quiet. Everybody listened. He was so well respected.
I know you played with a lot of guys, Mike, that were loud, had big personalities. Did you have any of those like quiet type leaders though in your career that you played with?
I definitely did. Actually, Reggie White was pretty quiet. In that locker room, there were much more loud guys than Reggie.
2nd down 9 from the 32. Darnold back on a play fake. Backpedaling, throws short left. That's caught on the outside. And that is Elijah Arroyo, the tight end, who's knocked out of bounds on the far sideline after a short gain of about 3. Frankie Luvu made the stop. And that'll bring up 3rd down. It'll be 3rd down at about 5. I guess in that locker room, there was so much oxygen sucked up, there wasn't a lot for the rest of you guys.
It was probably the quietest guy, was a great player, was our middle linebacker, Byron Evans. He did not say a lot. He just knocked your head off.
Those are the guys you really worry about,
that's exactly right.
The guys that don't talk.
Don't talk and just hit you really hard.
3rd down and 5. Darnold back in the shotgun. He's 20 at 22 in the game. Takes the snap, back to pass, looks left, pumps that side, now fires down the middle, and it is caught. Jackson Smith and Jigba inside the 20 of the 18. That'll be a 1st down, the 8th catch of the night for the NFL's leading receiver, Jackson Smith in Jigba.
Boy, Darnold looked left twice. There were 2 receivers to the left, checked them both out before coming back to the Smith and Jigba over the middle.
10-yard gain, 1st and 10. Seahawks back in the red zone. Smith and Jigba, 8 catches, 129 yards. Here's the snap, handoff. This is Walker along the left side numbers. Inside the 15, down to the 10, spinning his way all the way to the 6. 12-yard run for Kenneth Walker. There is a penalty flag. Darnold says it's against Washington.
Face mask. Defense number 99.
Yeah.
Half the distance to the goal. Automatic 1st down.
Kinlaw just reached out with an arm and just caught him right in the face mask.
And it didn't seem to slow Walker down one bit. He just kept on going.
He even ran sideways and backwards.
So that'll take it all the way down around the 3-yard line, where it'll be 1st and goal. The Seahawks looking to add to this 31-7 lead. Seahawks will make their way up to the line of scrimmage. Darnold under center. Kenneth Walker is the single back. And now we've got a whistle. There's flags all over the place. Somebody have 12 men, or was there a timeout?
Second charge timeout.
Yeah, it looked like there was going to be a flag, but there was a timeout called before it.
So the timeout taken. Seahawks will talk things over with 2:35 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Well, with the Westwood One Sports app, you can stream every Westwood One broadcast live right from your phone for free. NFL, college football, NCAA, March Madness, and more. It's all in the Westwood One Sports app. Download now for iOS and Android and take the game with you wherever you go.
Well, certainly see how Seattle comes off of a bye. They had a bye last week, and they came out so very, very strong tonight. Washington, obviously there's time left in the game, but could be well on their way to their fourth straight loss.
I'll tell you, the NFC West is going to be real interesting as we get into the second half of the season. A Washington win tonight would keep them tied with the Rams at 6-2. 49ers won in New York.
Seattle win.
Sorry, Seattle win. Yeah, we put them right there with the Rams at 6-2. 49ers won today. They're 6-3. I don't know how the 49ers keep doing it. I mean, with duct tape and baling wire.
Boy, Mac Jones is getting it done, isn't he?
From the 3-yard line, 1st and goal. Darnold lines up in the shotgun. Slot right, single man to the left. Darnold lifts his right leg. He wants the snap. He's got it. Back to pass. Looking right. Throws right, and it's knocked away incomplete. Trying to get that to A.J. Barner. Luvu was in coverage. Got a hand in there. And that'll bring up 2nd down and goal. Remember, the Seahawks started the season with a home loss to the 49ers. And since then, they've won 5 of 6 on their way to making it 6-7 tonight.
Yeah, their only other loss was to Tampa Bay, 38-35.
2nd down and goal from the 3. Darnold under center. Barner goes in motion from right to left. Receivers either side. Here's the snap. Darnold, handoff. Walker along the left hash, spinning to the 1, leaning, and they're going to mark him down at the 1. Luvu with the tackle. And now 3rd down and goal from the doorstep for the Seahawks, who will make some personnel changes here, trying to punch another one into the end zone.
Boy, this was their most split drive of the night between the run and the pass, and they're eating up a lot of clock.
They'll bring Oots, the fullback, back in. They also bring Charbonnet back in the ball game. And Barner lines up under center, takes the snap, and he dives into the end zone for a touchdown. So A.J. Barner, the tight end, goes under center and dives straight ahead for the TD, and that will make it a 37-7 Seahawks lead.
So it's a variation of the tush push. What do you call it? It's the Seattle sneak? How about that?
Sure, let's go with that.
All right.
Why not? It'll be on T-shirts in the Pacific Northwest next week.
I need a cut.
Copyright Mike Golden.
That's exactly right.
Oh, Jason Myers on for the PAT. Dixon will hold. Skoll will snap. Snap on the way. The kick from Myers is up, and it is good. Stands begin to empty here in Landover. 1:53 to go, 3rd quarter. Seahawks 38, Commanders 7. You're listening to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One.
That's the sound of James adding long-lasting Gain scent boosters to his laundry this morning. Several hours later, James sniffs the irresistible scent of Gain on his shirt. Gain. Several hours later, James has even caught the attention of his mother-in-law, and she never gives him attention.
Ooh, you smell amazing, James.
Oh, thanks, Mom. I love you too.
I never said that.
Add Gain scent boosters to your laundry. Add joy to your day.
Your business has goals, and you need the right team to help get you there. Don't cross your fingers and just hope quality candidates see your job posting. With Indeed-sponsored jobs, you can skip the waiting game and match with the talent that actually matters for your business. Plus, with Indeed-sponsored jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Don't leave hiring to chance. Hire better and work better with Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Doug. Here we have the Limu Emu in its natural habitat, helping people customize their car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. Fascinating. It's accompanied by his natural ally, Doug.
Limu, is that guy with the binoculars watching us?
Cut the camera. They see us. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Life getting in the way of the game? No matter the occasion, with NFL Plus Premium, you can keep the NFL in reach with live, local, and primetime games on mobile. Plus, watch every touchdown every Sunday afternoon during the regular season on NFL Red Zone. Stream 24/7 NFL Network, including 7 exclusive live games this season. And catch full and condensed replays anytime, anywhere. Sign up today at plus.nfl.com/radio. Terms and conditions apply.
Let's check the attendance, find out how many people are in the house. Sponsored by Realtors. Buying a home can be a lot, but with the ethical expertise of a Realtor, you don't have to do it alone. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. Well, the official attendance tonight, 67,895, but about 10,000 of those people just left.
And are leaving.
After that last touchdown by A.J. Barner, capped off a 9-play, 60-yard drive, 3:48 off the clock. Barner plunging in from 1 yard out to make it a 38-7 Seattle lead. Here's the kickoff. Deebo Samuel backpedaling into the end zone, has it, and will drop down to his right knee. And it'll be a touchback, and Washington will start at the 35-yard line. This is certainly not the comeback the Commanders had in mind tonight, coming back home, trying to snap this losing streak. They are well on their way to a 4-game slide now. Be their first 4-game losing streak since they lost 8 straight to end the 23 season. This will give them more losses this year than they had all of last year.
12-5 last year, yeah. Coming off such a high last year, right? And expecting to build on that this year. And certainly that's gone by the wayside.
Daniels will line up in the shotgun. 2 receivers right, single man to the left, and now a whistle before the snap.
That's what you need, the game to go even longer.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what that was about. I'm not sure anybody knows what that was about. They're going to reset the play clock now. And here we go. Daniels back in the shotgun with Krosky Merritt to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Here's the snap. Daniels back against the 4-man rush. Throws over the middle. Caught by Samuel. Runs left 45 across the 50. And he's out of bounds in Seattle territory at the 45. So Deebo Samuel with a catch and run at 20 before Ty Okada knocks him out of bounds.
First time that's happened tonight, right? First time he's had a little room on a slant. First time, one of the few times Jaden Daniels hasn't had to start scrambling around.
Well, and you think about what made Deebo Samuel so effective in San Francisco, Mike. It's that play right there.
Absolutely.
Get him the ball in space, let him run. Officially again a 19 to the 46. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Quick throw right side, caught by Samuel. Hit immediately, and he will lose a yard. Kobe Bryant finished him off. Eman Wari was the first man to hit him. Boy, Nick Eman Wari, there was a lot of people that thought he was a first-round talent. He lasted till the second round. Seattle got him. They're happy to have him. There was a flag on the play.
There's no foul on the play. Second down.
Yeah, Eman Wari just ran right through Treylon Burks' block, or attempted block. And that's what you got to have, wide receivers that can block and take the first man out of the way. And Burks just got absolutely driven right back into Deebo.
He took Burks back into the lap of Samuel, and then with Burks still hanging on him, he made the tackle. 4 receivers left, single man right, 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap. Daniels back, quick throw over the middle. That's caught. Jalen Lane inside the 40 at the 39. Tackle made by Tyrese Knight. And now a 3rd down coming up for Washington as we move inside 40 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
Well, obviously, every drive pretty much for Washington is going to be a 4-down drive.
7-yard pickup, 3rd down and 4. Daniels in the shotgun, McNichols to his left. 2 receivers to either side. Jaden Daniels looks over the defense, gets the snap, back to throw, 4-man rush. Daniels in trouble, backing up, gets away, in trouble again, wrapped up, and down he goes. Nwosu was there along with Jaron Reed. Nowhere to go for Jaden Daniels. That will bring up 4th down. It will also bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, the Seahawks 38, the Commanders 7. You're listening to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One.
Presenting a Gain Flings love story. Dear love of my life, we were on the 12B bus this morning when I caught a whiff. A scent so fresh, so life-changing, I had to find its source. Alas, I didn't know if you were the woman in the pink freshly washed cardigan or the retired mailman next to me, but I knew one of you was my soulmate. Ah, the scent of Gain Flings. Try Game Flings with OxyBoost and Febreze.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, max out your savings. The more you buy, the more you save on beds, bases, and more. Plus, get free home delivery on any smart bed with base. Limited time. Check it out at a Sleep Number store near you or at sleepnumber.com today.
LinkedIn gets B2B marketing and knows that every win is derived from a well-orchestrated play. With LinkedIn ads, every ad gets served to the MVPs you need. LinkedIn has grown to a network of over 1 billion professionals that you can reach based on job title, industry, and more. Start converting your B2B audience into high-quality leads today. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Just go to linkedin.com/campaign. That's linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply. Only on LinkedIn ads.
Think Verizon, the best 5G network, is expensive? Think again. Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store today and we'll give you a better deal. Now, what to do with your unwanted bills? Maybe turn them into paper airplanes headed to See Ya Never AT&T and T-Mobile. Jokes aside, the best 5G network has you covered with the most ways to save on plans, streaming, and phone deals. So bring in your bill to your local Verizon store today and we'll give you a better deal. Rankings based on root metrics score report dated 1H2025. Your results may vary. Must provide a postpaid consumer mobile bill dated within the past 45 days. Bill must be in the same name as the person reviewing the deal. Additional terms apply.
Ryan Radke, Mike Golick here in the Grainger broadcast booth in Landover, Maryland. Game plan with Grainger to gain a competitive advantage. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by for the supplies and solutions to help keep your business moving forward. 15 minutes to go. It's been all Seattle from the jump. 38-7 Seahawks. And Washington will punt. We were talking about it being 4-down territory, but after the sack, 4th and 14, too much for Dan Quinn. He'll send out Tress Way to punt it away. And Tress Way has been about the only bright spot for Washington tonight. He's punted for 155 yards in the game. The Washington offense has 201.
That's an ugly stat.
So Torrey Horton standing around the 10-yard line. Way gets it away. And Horton running up is going to make the fair catch at the 13. And that's where the Seahawks will have it first down and 10. And we will step aside. 14:54 to go. Seahawks 38, Washington 7. It's Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
I'm Scott Hansen, host of NFL Red Zone. Lowe's knows Sundays are for football. That's why we're here to help you get your next DIY project done, even when the clock isn't on your side. Whether that's a new Filtrete filter or Bosch and Cobalt power tools, Lowe's has everything you need to feel like the MVP of DIY. So get it done and earn your Sunday. Shop now, in-store and online. Lowe's, official partner of the NFL.
Want a Ford, a Chevy, a Ram, a Deere, or a Cat? Whether it's for home or job site, the name to know for the names you want is J.J. Kane Auctions. Find construction and utility equipment. Find cars, trucks, boats, and ATVs. J.J. Kane makes it easy to buy and easy to sell. Visit jjkane.com for the next online auction. Don't just buy or sell. Win.
Downy Rinse fights stubborn odors in just one wash. When impossible odors get stuck in,
Rinse it out.
Most people would rather attend a corporate team building workshop than search for auto and home insurance.
Go team, feel that synergy.
That's why the Zebra searches for you, comparing over 100 insurance companies to find savings no one else can. Compare today at thezebra.com.
Who's ready for the trust fall?
That's the sound of James adding long-lasting Gain scent boosters to his laundry this morning. Several hours later, James sniffs the irresistible scent of Gain on his shirt. Gain. Several hours later, James has even caught the attention of his mother-in-law, and she never gives him attention.
Ooh, you smell amazing, James.
Oh, thanks, Mom. I love you too.
I never said that.
Add Gain scent boosters to your laundry. Add joy to your day.
From jerseys to tailgating must-haves and more fan favorites, find everything you need to gear up for the game at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. 38-7, Seahawks on top, 14:54 to go.
So there's a couple ways that Dan Quinn can deal with a game like this, and the players hope he does it one way, and that's don't even show the tape. You watch the tape the next day, don't even show it. Just say we're moving past it, we're burying the tape, and we're moving on. Because the worst thing is you got to sit through this thing again as a player. From the human side of it, watching it run over and over again.
Seahawks will start from their own 14, first down and 10. Sam Darnold still in the game. Under center, takes the snap. He'll hand off to Charbonnet, who runs along the left hash. Charbonnet out to about the 18-yard line. Bobby Wagner with the tackle. That'll bring up second down and 6. I can't even imagine how painful that must be to go through a game like this. Your body's beat up. Mentally, you're down in the dumps, and then you come in and watch the whole thing over again, maybe multiple times.
Oh, when you watch it, you don't just watch a play once. You see it, especially bad plays like the Treylon Burks, the lack of blocking. I mean, you watch that multiple times.
Second down, 6 from the 18. 2 receivers stacked right, 2 tight ends left. Darnold under center. Charbonnet remains the running back. Here's the snap. Darnold will hand it off. This is Charbonnet straight ahead out to about the 20-yard line, and momentum stop there. And it'll leave him with about a third down and 4. Now, obviously, Mike, Seattle running the ball back-to-back plays. At all surprised that Sam Darnold's still in the game? Does Mike McDonald start thinking about making some changes?
Now, unless they're just going to hand the ball off, you don't want to put him in harm's way. You let Drew Lock come in and finish the game up and save for Washington. If they're going to keep throwing the ball, do you want to keep Jaden Daniels out there to keep running around, and putting himself in harm's way, or do you put Marcus Mariota in?
By the way, Jalen Milroe, rookie out of Alabama, is the emergency third quarterback tonight for Seattle, just in case you were wondering. Darnold back in the shotgun on 3rd and 4, gets the snap, handoff again. Walker starting left, cuts it back right, trying to get outside, and he picks up about 2 before he's taken down by Bobby Wagner. And that will bring up 4th and 2, and will bring the punt team out. Michael Dixon, the Aussie, will kick it away.
Just to talk about Bobby Wagner, because you mentioned his name a couple of times. He has over 1,900 tackles in his career. The guy's a walk-in Hall of Famer.
He came into the game tonight needing 17 tackles to join London Fletcher as the only 2 in NFL history with 14 straight 100-tackle years.
Just unbelievable. The age he's doing that.
You ever watching a game where Bobby Wagner's playing and you don't know who made the tackle? Just say Bobby Wagner. You got about a 70% chance of being right.
Absolutely.
Nobody knows that better than the Seahawks fans who watched him for so long. Here's the punt. Jalen Lane moving to his left, signals for a fair catch, and he's got it at his own 35-yard line. 12:30 to go in the 4th quarter. Seahawks 38, Commanders 7. You're listening to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
NFL play-by-play lives on Westwood One.
30, the 20, far side 10.
Catch Westwood One's exclusive audio play-by-play coverage of any primetime NFL game.
Touchdown!
Listen live on the Westwood One Sports app.
So, you want to buy a house. You could go online, do your research, find the dream listing, go see it, and get catfished. Back to the drawing board. More scheduling, more viewings, more, this doesn't even look like the photos. You could finally find one that does match the photos. Then comes the offer. Stress rash? Yep, make that 3. And here's the paperwork. Yep, never-ending paperwork. It's a lot. But you don't have to do it alone. Because there's an agent who's a realtor here to guide and help protect you as you find the home that's right for you. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. Right by you.
Scott Graham from our Westwood One studios. A look at the Week 9 scoreboard. Buffalo in a regular season game, of course, beat Kansas City today. 28-21 the final at Highmark Stadium. Pittsburgh gets 6 turnovers. They beat Indianapolis today 27-20. Walk-off field goal for Denver and Houston today. They beat the Texans 18-15. New England hangs on to knock off Atlanta 24-23. It was the Chargers over Tennessee in Nashville 27-20. In overtime, Jacksonville hangs on for a 30-29 win over the Las Vegas Raiders. It was Chicago in a crazy game in Cincinnati, coming from behind, scoring late and winning 47-42 over the Bengals. Carolina gets a walk-off field goal and stuns Green Bay at Lambeau Field 16-13. Minnesota big win on the road at Detroit 27-24 over the Lions. San Francisco wins their 6th. They beat the Giants in the Meadowlands 34-24. And it was the Rams easily at home over New Orleans 34-10. We'll have highlights, post-game reaction, and everything else when this one is done. Right now, let's go back to our nation's capital. Ryan Radke and Mike Golder.
All right, Scott, 12:30 remaining, 38-7. Seahawks are on top. Seahawks jumped on top in this game right off the bat. Their opening possession was a 90-yard touchdown drive, and they have not looked back since. Sam Darnold, 21-24, 330 yards, 4 touchdowns, and an interception. Jackson Smith-Njigba does not have a TD tonight, but he's got 8 catches for 129 yards. His 6th 100-yard game of the year. That ties Steve Largent's single-season franchise record. Torrey Horton with a couple of touchdown catches. Cody White just off the practice squad with a touchdown. A.J. Barner, the tight end, a touchdown run on a tight end sneak. And now Jaden Daniels back out quarterbacking Washington. He'll hand it off to Ja'Cory Crosky-Merritt outside the left hash. He's out to about the 40-yard line for a gain of about 4 or 5. Byron Murphy with the tackle. Second down coming up. Now, I asked you about the possibility of Mike McDonald making some changes. If you're Dan Quinn, you got Jaden Daniels just back off of injury. At what point do you think about getting him out of the game?
Yeah, this would be close to being the last series for him if you get nothing out of it. Because Seattle D-line's just teeing off.
Shotgun snap. Daniels back on a play fake. Rolling right. Throws down the numbers. That's caught. Bates the tight end out near midfield. And that'll be a first down. Tyrese Knight with the tackle. Washington has a first down at midfield as the clock continues to roll and the stands continue to empty.
A lot of Seattle fans here.
There are a lot of Seattle fans that made the very long flight from the Pacific Northwest. Daniels back in the shotgun, trips left, single man right. Crosky-Merritt, the running back, to his right. Daniels motions out to his left, gets the shotgun snap. He'll hand it off to Crosky-Merritt, running straight ahead, wrapped up right around the line of scrimmage and dropped. Tyrese Knight again was right there. Maybe a yard on the play. Second down and long coming up.
This is when definitely backups on the Seattle defense will get time. They'll rotate more in there. Well, what a tough defense this is.
Daniels back in the shotgun. Crosky-Merritt to his right. 2 receivers left and right. Play clock shows 8. Daniels gets the snap. 4-man rush. Daniels looks right, throws right side, caught by Crosky-Merritt out of the backfield. He is blown up by Reek Woolen. I mean, Woolen put a hard hit on Crosky-Merritt, and they threw a flag probably for taunting.
Yep, he got in his face afterward.
After play, unsportsmanlike conduct, taunting, defense number 27, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
I think it's ridiculous how quick they call the taunting, but they've made it a point of emphasis the last couple of years. So players need to know that. I think it's, again, ridiculous that they call it so quick. I really, really do.
Yeah, I agree. And yet, at the same time, you're right. If you don't like it, change the rule.
Exactly.
You can't blame the officials for enforcing the rule.
That's exactly right, because they have made a point of emphasis over the last couple of years to not do it.
So to give Washington a free 15 down to the Seahawks 31. Daniels in the shotgun, trips left, single man right. Here's the snap, back to pass. Daniels double pumps, now moving to his left, being chased, gets outside the pocket, throws down the sideline, and it's caught. And that was Traylon Burks working back to the ball. Made the catch going out of bounds. Burks, the former first-round pick at Tennessee. Things did not work out there. Signed just a couple of weeks ago to the Washington practice squad. Getting his first action here, and he drags his toes on the sideline. Going out of bounds around the 16-yard line. First and 10, Washington. They'll mark it officially at the 17. Gain of 14 on that catch by Burks. Jalen Lane in motion, right to left, shotgun snap, quick throw, right side. Deebo Samuel has it on the numbers across the 15. Then he gets thrown down by Reek Woolen at about the 14-yard line, gain of 3. That'll bring up 2nd and 7. Clock continues to roll, 9:40 remaining in the game.
That time at least they had a tight end out blocking in front of them instead of a wide receiver.
Loss tonight for Washington will drop them to 3-6. And the really bad news for Washington, it doesn't get any easier. They have an angry Detroit team on the schedule next week. Pistol formation now. 2 receivers left, 2 tight ends right. Daniels gets the snap, holds it out, gives it to Krosky Merritt. Stutter step move, right hash, nowhere to go. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Woolen was in the middle of it again. And that'll bring up 3rd down for the Commanders. It'll be 3rd down and 6. After that game against Detroit, Washington will go to Madrid and take on the reeling Miami Dolphins. But as we've seen, you go overseas, who knows what's going to happen in those games.
No idea. And then they mercifully have a bye after that.
Yeah, but then they get Denver. 3rd down and 6. Shotgun snap. Daniels back. Daniels looking. Throws left side. That's caught by Lane. And Jalen Lane has a first down as he leans his way down to the 6-yard line. E-Man Worry in coverage made the tackle. But that'll set up a first down and goal. We'll be here for that Denver game. It's a Sunday night game in early December. Boy, you wonder if the Commanders are going to be able to get things turned around in the next couple of weeks.
Because, oh, by the way, Denver's another excellent defense, just like the Seattle team.
Clock rolling, 8:17, 8:16 to go. 1st and goal. They've got it marked at the 7-yard line. Chris Rodriguez is the new running back in the ball game. Lines up behind Daniels in the pistol. Here's the snap. Daniels will hand it off. This is Rodriguez. Picks his way ahead inside the 5 and drives his way down to the 3-yard line. Gain of 4 to set up 2nd down and goal. Boye Mafe with the tackle.
Certainly Washington pretty much knows this game's over. Even though they're going no huddle, running the ball, they've been running out the middle of the field as well.
Daniels back in the shotgun. Rodriguez to his right. Here's the snap. Daniels fake, steps away from the defense, rolling right, being chased, wrapped up, and dropped. And that was Drake Thomas.
Oh, boy. That's exactly what you feared.
Daniels is hurt. And he is grabbing at his knee.
His knee or the back of his knee or,
Well, remember, it's a hamstring issue that he's had.
I mean, that was the fear of leaving him in the game.
I was just going to say, I don't want to be the second guesser, Mike, but this is what we just talked about. Why is he in the game at this point?
Yeah.
Boy, there's a couple issues there. Daniels was grabbing his leg, but his arm also bent awkwardly behind him as he went down. And this place, which was quiet already, has gone near silent.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, and I would imagine rightfully so. Dan Quinn's going to be asked some pretty poignant questions after this game.
Well, and I think it's fair to ask, Mike. I mean, it's a 38-7 game, and it's not just about Jaden Daniels tonight. It's about the rest of this season.
Right.
It's about the next 5 or 10 years. We'll step aside while they look at Daniels. You're listening to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks Vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Makita's built for the pros who show up early, who don't do shortcuts, only precise cuts. With tools built to last, job after job, year after year. Performance that pays off, because when the job calls for the best, you answer. And when you need the best, you call on Makita, built to be the best. Available at the Home Depot.
eBay has reinvented vehicle buying. From click to curb, everything's covered. Ever try to buy a car online and end up in a parking lot with a stranger and some blind trust? That era is over. Now with Secure Purchase, eBay isn't just where you find your car. It's where you buy it, start to finish. Title, financing, registration, delivery, it's all built in. This is the modern way to buy your next ride on eBay. eBay. Things people love. Secure Purchase is powered by Caramel Dealer Services, LLC, an eBay subsidiary.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for Sunday Night Football.
Back in Landover with 7:29 to go. The Seahawks lead Washington 38-7. They have brought the cart out on the field for Jaden Daniels, who is still, well, now they've got him up.
Yeah, they have a big brace on his arm. Listen, everybody's going to be able to see it online. They're probably not going to show it on TV. It was ugly. He basically dislocated his left elbow when he tried to brace himself when he fell.
Yeah, it looked like he was grabbing at his leg initially, but then looking at the replay, his arm awkwardly got trapped behind him.
Yep.
And that is not good.
I mean, it's, again, rightfully so, going to bring up very, very poignant questions to Dan Quinn about why he was in the game.
Daniels is going to walk off. They have that left arm in a massive brace, and he is going to walk himself to the locker room. Did not want to get on the cart, but obviously is in an immense amount of pain. And that is an ugly, ugly injury, and it will bring Marcus. Actually, I think Josh Johnson is going to come in the game. No, it is Marcus Mariota.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. It is Marcus Mariota that's going to come in.
The one thing I'll say from a future standpoint, I'm glad it was his left arm.
Right.
And not his throwing arm, throwing elbow.
The applause here is from the fans right below us as Daniels walks back into the locker room. So Mariota takes over at quarterback. Chris Rodriguez is off to his right. Here's the snap, handoff, Rodriguez straight ahead. He's into the end zone for a touchdown. Yeah, that'll make it a 38-13 game. It'll send a few more people to the exits. But, I mean, with all due respect to Chris Rodriguez, that's basically meaningless right now because of what we just saw with Jaden Daniels, the franchise quarterback.
I mean, right now you're going to have players that are on the sideline thinking the same thing that we said. Why was he in the game? You're going to maybe have ownership saying that. A lot of people wondering. And listen, players want to play. I mean, players want to be on the field. They don't want to come off the field. I'm sure he wanted to be in the game, wanted to play. If you're going to be out there with the good, you want to be out there with the bad.
Extra point try is up, and Matt Gay knocks it through to make it 38-14 with 7:14 to go. We'll step aside. You're listening to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
Yeah, for me, it's the little things. Like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
The Home Depot has everything you need to turn your home into a beacon of holiday cheer. So whether you're going all out or just adding a few holiday touches, we've got you covered with trees, yard decor, and more. Save time decorating with one of our easy-to-assemble pre-lit trees or pick up a piece from our Yuletide Lane decor collection and fill your yard with holiday joy. Whatever your style, find everything to get your holidays started at the Home Depot.
Progressive knows there are two things RV owners love: to travel and relax. And they like to take both nice and slow. Just like this commercial. And what's more relaxing than the peace of mind knowing their RV is protected by Progressive? Now here comes the fast part. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
The copyright of tonight's broadcast on Westwood One is owned by the NFL on behalf of its member clubs. All rights to this broadcast are reserved, and any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or any other use of this broadcast without the express written permission of the National Football League is strictly prohibited.
Back in Landover, Maryland with 7:14 to go. Seahawks lead the Commanders 38-14. Just a reminder that for every field goal made tonight and throughout the season, Barbasol will make a donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol shaving cream, an American original for over 100 years. Close Shave America. Close Shave Barbasol.
I would be stunned if Drew Lock isn't in the game.
Well,
stunned.
I was actually surprised Darnold was out there for the last drive, but after what we just saw with Jaden Daniels leaving with a potentially serious injury.
They just put Sam in bubble wrap. And I'll say again, players want to play. Jaden Daniels, I'm sure, wanted to be out there. It's completely up to the coaching staff to take the player's helmet away and say, hey, we'll live to fight another day.
Yeah, sometimes part of coaching is protecting players from themselves. Holani is back deep along with Cody White. Matt Gay with a kickoff, low line drive. It'll bounce, skips down to the goal line, picked up there. And coming out is White. He cuts to the right side. He's got some room. He's out to the 20, 25. He's out around the 30-yard line and finally run out of bounds on the far sideline into the Seattle bench.
I mean, plus you look at how the game is going. How many times did Jaden Daniels pull the ball down and run? It'd be one thing if he was just handing off or had time in the pocket, was just throwing the ball, but so many times he's had to run just to put him in harm's way.
10 carries, 51 yards for Daniels tonight in what looks like it's going to be a very brief return. So Drew Lock is in at quarterback now. Seahawks will line up in the eye. Holani is in there as the tailback. Lock will take the snap, toss play. Holani running left side, gets outside the numbers, and he is contacted and thrown down by Jordan McGee at the line of scrimmage. And now McGee is woofing at Holani. No flag there. Second down 10.
How are you woofing? How are you as a defensive player? Are you woofing? You should be embarrassed at your performance tonight, and you make a tackle and you're talking. I don't understand.
Now, better you to say it than me because you've been out there and actually played. But I had the exact same thought. Like, what are you possibly saying other than I'm embarrassed by how poorly we have played tonight? I mean, it has been a disgrace.
It's unbelievable that you would yap after a play like that.
Second down 10. I formation again with Lock under center. Here's the snap, handoff. Holani straight ahead again, breaks a tackle, and he's out to about the 30-yard line. Gain of a couple, third down and 8. You know, to me, Mike, and I don't know, you can tell me because again, you've been in the film sessions. If I was a coach, I think that's something I'd be showing and saying and asking the same question. What are you possibly saying right now?
In a game like this, you find the things. Again, there's a way you either don't watch it or you watch it, and you really correct. And you look for a loafing or any kind of really bad type of mistakes, or talking when you're getting blown out.
Third down and 8 from the 30. Lock under center with receivers left and right. Holani is the back. Lock takes the snap. He'll hand off. This is Holani straight ahead, and George Holani just short of the first down. Knocked down to the 37-yard line. Tyler Owens with the tackle. Fourth down and very short. Clock down to 5:19 to go. And the offense is going to jog to the sideline. The punt team coming out. Took a while, but they are finally jogging out with 13 on the play clock.
You know, this is one of those where even the players on the field all understand. Listen, you never want anybody to get hurt anyway, and seeing Jaden Daniels go down was brutal. But this is something you're trying to avoid when it's a blowout game and you're just playing out the string.
Snap to Michael Dixon. It's a high spiraling punt. Jalen Lane driven back all the way to his 5-yard line. He's got it straight ahead across the 10. Lane up to the 15, and he dives out to about the 17-yard line. And that's where Washington will have it with 4:40 to go. From the pitch to the boardroom, dive into strategy and the stories behind U.S. Soccer's national teams. Catch the official U.S. Soccer podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Well, it would look like Marcus Mariota is going to be back in the starting role. Mariota, 21 of 30, 213 yards, a touchdown, a couple of picks last week against Kansas City. It's the 5th game he's played this year. 3 of those have been starts.
1 and 2 in the starts.
So he will likely be the starting quarterback next week against Detroit and probably going forward. Josh Johnson also is on the roster.
I would say he'd be the starter for the near future here.
Mariota in the shotgun takes the snap, handoff. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt up the middle across the 20 out to the 21 to the 22-yard line. So Krosky-Merritt picks up about 5. And I think for everybody right now, this is just about getting into the locker room.
It is. You want to talk about one bright spot for Washington, I'll say their rushing attack. Gain over 120 yards when Seattle has been giving up just 75 a game, number 1 in the league.
Yeah, they had allowed under 100 yards rushing in 6 straight games, which was tied for a Seahawks franchise record.
Along with obviously correcting the bad of this, you look for the good too, and you give pats on the back where noted.
Two receivers right, single man left. Mariota in the shotgun takes the snap. Hand it off. Krosky Merritt running right side. Breaks a tackle. Breaks a second tackle. Out to about the 25. And he has stood up there. It'll be third down and short. DeAnthony Bell, fourth-year man out of West Florida. Free agent from Cleveland up from his safety spot. Made the tackle. And now third down play coming up here for Washington as the clock rolls down inside 3.5 minutes to go. Well, a disastrous night for Washington, but for the Seahawks, they will extend their franchise record, a 10th straight road win. They'll go to 6-2 and keep pace with the Rams atop the NFC West. They'll see the Rams at SoFi Stadium in a couple of weeks. Pistol formation, third and about 1.5 yards. Here's the snap. Mariota hands off. Up the middle, Rodriguez across the 30, all the way out to the 35. And a good physical run by Rodriguez takes him out to about the 37-yard line. And that'll be a first down. Commanders will keep the football. Clock continues to run. Seahawks next week will take on Arizona. That'll be at home before they go visit the Rams. As we mentioned, tonight starts a string of 3 out of 4 on the road, but that has not been a problem for this Seattle Seahawks team. They'll go to 11-1 under Mike McDonald away from home.
They've got it figured out, that's for sure.
They sure do. We always hear it's a copycat league. You wonder if teams are calling Seattle staff trying to figure out what they do on these road trips. There's a handoff running off the left side out to about the 40 goes Chris Rodriguez. I mean, keep in mind, Mike, they always have long trips. Seattle's not close to anything, so they always have the most air miles in the league.
Got to give a lot of credit to Mike McDonald.
Certainly has done a good job picking up the torch after all the success that Pete Carroll had. We've reached the 2-minute warning with the score, Seattle 38, Washington 14. You're listening to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One.
What's the impact of hiring the right person for the job? Someone who simply doesn't fill a role but elevates it. Indeed sponsored jobs can help you connect with candidates who have the right experience and a proven track record. Find people who don't just complete tasks, they transform how work gets done. Don't leave hiring to chance. Sponsor your job posting on Indeed and match with the right candidates. Sponsor your job at Indeed.com/credit.
Keep the NFL in reach all season long with NFL Plus Premium. Sign up today at plus.nfl.com/radio. Terms and conditions apply. 2 minutes to go, 38-14 Seattle. Washington with the ball at its own 41. Second down and 6. Marcus Mariota is the quarterback. In case you're just joining us, Jaden Daniels left with a pretty gruesome injury to his left elbow. Mariota will hand off. Rodriguez along the left hash, jumps outside, crosses the 45, has a first down out near midfield. They'll mark him down at the 49-yard line, and the clock will continue to run.
One of the reasons Seattle's defense doing so well, they have 3 sacks tonight, but they have a ton of pressures. They came in tonight one of just 2 teams with 4 players with 20 or more pressures, and they have 7 players with double digits in pressure. So they're getting it from all angles.
It would not be a fun team to match up against. Mariota back in the shotgun, letting the play clock tick down here. Rodriguez remains the running back. He'll get the handoff again. He goes straight up the middle. He spins off the pile to the right, crosses midfield, and he's down to about the 46. Boye Mafe, first man there to meet him. And Washington now looking at maybe just running one more play and then getting this game officially in the books. What will be a 4th consecutive loss for the Commanders. It will take them to 3-6 on the season. Again, already exceeding their loss total from a year ago when they went 12-5 and had that magical run to the NFC Championship game.
Clock can't run fast enough for him right now.
Mariota's going to try to get this down inside 40 seconds. Rodriguez remains in there. He's got 63 rushing yards tonight, trying to add to the total as he gets the handoff here, runs between the hash marks. He'll add a yard or 2 to that total. And that will likely be the final snap of the game. And it is. Dan Quinn will jog across the field, shake hands with Mike McDonald, and the Seattle Seahawks with a dominating road performance. They pick up their 10th consecutive road victory as they blow out the Washington Commanders 38-14. Seattle goes to 6-2 on the year, while the Commanders suffer a fourth straight defeat, and Washington is now 3-6.
I mean, right from the get-go, 5 possessions in the first half, 4 touchdowns and a field goal. They absolutely took it to Washington. Never let them breathe. Put their foot on their throats and press down the entire game.
First drive of the game was a 90-yard touchdown drive. It was capped off with a touchdown throw to Torrey Horton. When Seattle got the ball back, they went down the field. It was another throw to Torrey Horton. A couple of touchdowns for the rookie tonight. He joins us down on the field. Torrey, congratulations. Ryan Radke, Mike Golick upstairs. Tell us what it was like to get off to such a fast start. I know anytime you come on the road, you want to do it. And boy, you guys certainly had a great start tonight.
Oh, yeah, no, it was great. You know, the whole preparation leading up to the week, you know, we make sure we're dialed into the scheme and make sure we executed all those plays. So, you know, once we got on the field, you know, everything just kind of fell into place and, you know, we made the best of it.
How do you get in the end zone so much?
I don't know. I feel like the ball just finds me. You know, you gotta go out there with that high energy. You know, ball finds energy, and that's kind of the mindset we kind of take out there. And you know, I'm just truly blessed to be out there with those guys. And you know, Sam Darnold and you know that O-line, they play their ass off to you know hold up and you know allow him to get that ball off. So you know, it was a great drive.
What do you think the reason is this team does so well on the road?
You know, I just feel like it's just our you know just what we you know play by and just what we live by in the locker room. You know, we just go out there. We know that, you know, we all we got, and you know we just try to keep that brotherhood together, and you know we don't listen to the outside noise. So when we go away, we know we going in that thing, you know, just us, and we just focus on ourselves to go out there and compete.
Torrey, you're playing with a guy in Jackson Smith and Jigba who is having an unbelievable year. You also have a veteran in Cooper Kupp who's had a ton of success in this league. What have you learned from those guys in the first half here of your rookie season that has helped you be successful?
Oh, man, I learned a lot. You know, those guys, the way they prepare, the way they go about their business is great. You know, Coop is a guru to this game, and he teaches so much to us receivers in that room. And, you know, you just see Jax doing what he do. You know, I try to learn some moves from both of those guys, and you know, I feel like I got the best mentors in the game right now. They're teaching me a whole lot, and you know, I'm just blessed to be behind those guys to you know have them keep leading us, and you know, just being that sponge and absorbing everything to go out there and compete.
Torrey, congratulations on a great performance tonight. Have a safe trip home. We'll see you down the road.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Torrey Horton, 4 catches, 48 yards, couple of touchdowns in a dominating Seattle Seahawks win. They beat the Washington Commanders 38-14. When we return, Scott Graham rejoins us from the Progressive Insurance Studios with the postgame report. Cars, homes, boats, motorcycles, RVs, and more at Progressive.com. You're listening to Sunday Night Football on Westwood One. Hi, this is Ryan Radke of Westwood One Sports. I love cooking at home, making all of my favorite dishes. But the downside is getting smells and stains stuck in my clothes, which my old detergent couldn't get out. My saving grace is Tide. It's boosted to be cleaner, whiter, brighter, and fresher versus Tide Simply. I noticed such a difference in the clean that now I wear whatever I want while I'm cooking. Try Tide. It's boosted. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide.
Your business has goals, and you need the right team to help get you there. Don't cross your fingers and just hope quality candidates see your job posting. With Indeed-sponsored jobs, you can skip the waiting game and match with the talent that actually matters for your business. Plus, with Indeed-sponsored jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Don't leave hiring to chance. Hire better and work better with Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Whatever your vision for holiday decorating, the Home Depot has what you need to bring it to life. Like our warm white holiday lights with steady lit technology, so your lights stay glowing even if one bulb fails. Whether you're going for a soft, warm glow or a colorful display of holiday cheer, choose from our wide variety of holiday lights starting at $5 in store only. Find everything you need to get your holidays started with the Home Depot.
Welcome back to the Sunday Night Football post-game show. Scott Graham from our Westwood One studios following Seattle and Washington tonight at Northwest Stadium. Seattle team coming in with a 5-2 record, coming off their bye week and coming in with a hot quarterback, a hot wide receiver, and an opportunity to get another victory on the road where they've been marvelous this season. For Washington at 3-5, they were getting their quarterback